My bad. I had to jump up and do one or two things. But what's up with it, y'all? Let me go on and tap in. Tap into the sources. To the sources of the sources of the sources. See what's going on with everybody. I hope everybody's day started off pretty good. You know, it was like one of the first times I was able to sleep in. I didn't, you know. But all in all, I'm here for a minute. Before I gotta continue my day, I had to come and see what was going on. You know, I had to. What's up, Nobby? Nobby, you was in the Discord the other day, man. You know, I'll be waiting to catch you in the Discord to just kind of chop it up and have conversations. And have conversations with you because you always on top. Always. But, you know, it's like everything that we be talking about on the channel. If you notice, like the next day when you go on, you start seeing some of the stuff that we talking about, or it's like be hella crazy synchronizations that just be going on when we just be in here talking. Like we'll be conversating, and sometimes some of the stuff we be talking about you'll be doing at the moment. You know, it be kind of wild, bro. Reality just kind of wild. You know, I've been kind of kicking back last night. You know, last night I was able to kind of kick back and just watch movies with my son. I went over all the Transformers. I had to go all the way back and watch the first Transformers cartoon, and then move up to watching the cartoon back in the 80s. You feel me? When they first started Transformers, which had me kind of tripping out because I never remembered the Autobots being able to fly, and then, you know, you go back and you watch the first episode of the TV show and they was flying. I was like going, dang, man, it's kind of tripping me out, bro. I said, maybe I wasn't remembering it right or something, but they was actually flying, and I'm going, okay, this is different. This is kind of different, you know. Another movie that I went and I checked out, which my son was kind of, you know, at first he wasn't in there, but then he came in a little bit later. I was watching that new Demi Moore movie, which I'm starting to trip off the fact that movies are like they're made up of real life things, like what's happening in life and different things of that. So like this movie with Demi Moore, I forgot what it was called, bro. But she had to inject herself with this stuff because she was like basically getting older or something. And she didn't want to get older because it was going to take her out of what she was doing, what she was making. If anybody got a grandpa that used to watch the exercise, my grandpa used to watch the exercising videos every morning. You feel me? When he stayed in Compton, I used to go down there, visit, live with him at times. And every morning he used to watch the exercise show. And like, that's basically what was happening in this. Like they were doing the little exercises, you feel me? And I'm like going, dang, you feel me? She was making exercise videos, but she didn't want to, they was going to, you know, switch her out and bring somebody younger in. And she really didn't want that to happen. It was like, so she went to a doctor, had a doctor's appointment. Somebody slipped her a note and was like, hey, try this. So it was this medication that kind of make you younger. At least that's what I was thinking. But when she shot herself with it, bro, she shedded her whole body and birthed a whole nother person out her back, like a young girl. And like what they told her was, look, all is one. All is one. Everything is the same. All is one. So everything is you. So when this other body come out, it's going to be you. It's going to be the yin and the yang. You got to balance it out. And if you don't balance it out, certain things are going to happen, which was kind of trippy, bro, because once she birthed the girl out, it was cool at first, you know, because they had to, like, 7 days she had to be herself. Then another 7 days she had to be the girl. Then 7 days it was like going back and forth to where she had to stick the needle in. It was wild because she had to put the needle in her arm and put the needle in the other arm in order so to transfer the blood over there, right? What's up with it, Green Flowers? What's up with it? Con Milan, my notifications was off for some reason. Man, it always do that, man. YouTube be timing. YouTube be timing, Con. But it was crazy, right? So she had to switch back and forth, and like like after a while, her younger self, which I would call it, started taking advantage of the time, like going, okay, 7 days. No, she was trying to kick it with this guy and all these things. So she like took an extra day, like an extra night. And when she took the extra night, it was crazy. Demi Moore finger turned. Oh, I'm talking about like, bro. And I'm like, dang, wait, hold on. So she called the people. She like, hey, what's going on? Like, like I'm like this is happening. They said, man, you gotta balance it out. You can't go over your limit. You get 7 days, she gets 7 days. It has to go back and forth. But the other girl kept stealing time. The younger herself kept stealing time because she was basically having fun. She was having fun. She had became the new face of the exercise video. She was like stealing time, bro. I forgot what the movie called, bro. That movie was trippy as hell, though. I forgot where I was going with it, but that movie was hella trippy. It just reminded me of life, of us being in life and trying to balance out life, balance yourself out as you going through life. Like it was like the trippiest thing. It said, "Thank you, finna try now." Yeah, you gotta unsubscribe, resubscribe, and hit that notification bell. But hey. It was the trippiest thing. It's like now that I'm watching movies, like I go and I watch all these new movies as they come out. I see parts of my life within the movie that I think that's the part that's kind of throwing me off. Is me seeing different parts of my life within the movie, whether it's a new movie or it's an old movie. I think that's why these movies catch us so much, because it's a part of us. But it was just wild how they was trying to tell her, you got to balance this thing out. You can't just be, one or be the other. You have to 7 days here. You can't even go over your time limit. But the other girl kept going over. Well, she went over the time limit so many times that it had Demi Moore looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, bro. She was so up, but it was like trippy because getting old, it make you think about getting old, and like especially if you play a position like that to where you're on TV all the time. Like it was just showing how it was basically seemed like it was showing how the actors give themselves into that role so much that they begin to lose they self, and they self begin to age and deteriorate. It was like the trippiest thing. You make the I don't know who made that movie. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see something real fast. I can look real fast and see what that movie was called. It was a trippy movie though, because I kept seeing it and I was like, it's called The Substance. It's called The Substance. That shit is crazy, bro. That was a trippy movie. It was kind of scary because she had the star in the Hollywood and all that, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and all that. So it was like she was trying to keep that image of herself alive. And it was like, even birthing that younger image, and the way that younger image began to take over. Like, it's kind of weird. It just had me kind of thinking about, the younger us that tries to still play the role of being the younger you. As you're getting older, or as you're changing and your body is changing, you try to hold on to certain parts of yourself, when it's like, dang, it's some things you got to just kind of let go. You got to let go and just go forward. I mean, how we are part of it in the big screen of life. Yeah, the big scheme of life. Yeah, we're part of all of it. That was the trippy part. I think for me, Ty, too, was the fact that every movie that I was watching, I could tie into something that happened in my life or something that was going on or something that I seen within life. Like even that Transformers 1. Have you went and watched that, Ty, yet? The Transformers 1? Oh my God. That one right there was just, that one was over the top. That was a good movie, bro. That was a good movie. It's wild because even the other day when we were talking about psychedelics and we like diving in on psychedelics and we started talking about how, you know, you when you start diving in and you want to go tell people about it, and you can't talk to everybody about it, but you want to tell everybody because it changed something about you, or, you know, made you better or whatever it did. You kind of want to tell everybody. And man, I almost went back into that role because, you know, I had the event, which I need to post a video of the event so you can see what I'm saying. When I went to the event and we set up and everything, bro, the event was psychedelic to me. Like, cause they had, you know how it is, once you get in the psychedelics, you don't worry about all these things that you used to worry about. So it was like kind of trippy watching these people out there selling these old clothes, wearing bell bottoms, and, you know, wearing clothes from the 70s. It was like hella, it was hella psychedelic, to where I talked to like 3 people and all of them was like, yeah, you know, yeah, I wish I could have took some mushrooms when I was starting this. And it's like, whoa. I'm telling the man, I knew this was like a undercover psychedelic event. That's what it seemed like to me. You feel me? But it was like, it was kind of cool. I had to leave early though to pick up my son. I wish I could have stayed the whole time. I wish I could have even streamed it on YouTube, but they was playing music, so I couldn't. They say DMT made, oh dang, let me switch these around. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna read your comment right now. I'm diving to these comments. Cause once we start getting into the comments, yeah, man, it's gonna go up. What's up, Shahai? Over there on Instagram, what it do? You know, people on Instagram, people on TikTok, people out there on YouTube. But he said DMT made me believe in the egg theory. Have you read it? Yeah. I did a video on that egg theory a long time ago, bro. I forgot. You got to fill me back in on what was it about to catch me up, because I kind of forgot. But just time, man, y'all, man, okay, if y'all pop in Discord, I'll open the Discord, so I just got it ready. But no, dang, I had did a video on that egg thing a long time ago, because that was a dope story to me, but I forgot what it was about. So wait, hold on, let me look it up real fast and update my mind. The egg theory. See, the egg theory is a concept that attempts to explain the purpose of human life, and it's based on short story. Okay, yeah, by Andy Weir. Yeah, I did a video on this a long time ago. The egg theory is the idea that every human who has ever lived is a reincarnation of the reader, and that the world is created for the reader alone. The story explains that God created the universe as an egg for the reader, so that the reader can understand that every act of kindness or of victimization they have done was actually done to themselves. The story also explains that the reader will eventually become a god after living every human life. Now, that's crazy, right? that's crazy, laser sound. That's kind of crazy because it's saying the same thing that I've been saying for a long time, that, okay, if everybody and everything is God, you can play it out or you can look at it the way that you want. It's not going to stop everything from being the same thing, from everybody being God and living out life and then going back to being the source. It's not gonna, like, we can put it in order however we want it, but it seems like it's all saying that same thing. Like everybody is this creator thing, or made out of this creator. So we're all a part of this thing. So the one that is acting it all out, or you like, even though we're like the little particles is acting it out, the one thing is seeing it all, because the one thing is being everything at once. But it's like we put it in perspective. We put it in perspective, and we can say, okay, well, we can take this egg theory and say, okay, that's what it is right there. But that would, like, one person living out every life at the, one by one. But in actuality, it's the one thing living out every life ever. Like, even when you think about us, like, you think about the first man, and then, having kids, and then having kids all the way up to us, bro, all that exists within us. I think that's why a lot of times when we dive in, we can see certain things in the past. We can see certain lives that we live, because each life that came before us, we got part of it in us. We got aspects of it in us. We got I don't know what to call it, fractals of those other lives within us. They're all existing to make this one right here. They all did everything that they did in order to make this one. It was like that's the trippy part. That's what tripped me out about that movie right there, is the fact that even after she passed away, even after she tried to stop it from happening, the younger one ended up killing the older one, and then she tried to live out life, but she couldn't live out life without the older one, because they had to basically feed off of each other, to where she went and she did the same experiment and birthed another her out her back, like, which was crazy, bro. But it was ugly as hell, bro. That shit was a mutation. It was like 3 people in one or something. That shit was hella mutated, and tried to keep it going. But it's like, that's what we're doing. We like keep birthing and birthing and birthing and birthing and birthing to keep the thing going, to keep life going, to keep life living, to keep everybody coming back and being able to experience this thing. Like, which is crazy, because at times it's just the same person all over again. All over again. And I think we do that in order, so when you come in anew, you look at life as being new. Like, even though there's nothing new here, but that body, when that body come back out as a baby, like, it look at the world totally new all over again. It's like a new world is born. Every time there's a birth, every time it's a new world being born. And that person comes out and looks at the world in a whole new way. And then it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Wait, that's exactly why Big Chill what? Master what? Mr. Ozo? Oh, what's up with it, man? Like I said, I had the Discord open. Wait, who was up in here? Oh, Ty was up in here. What's up with it, Ty?
Hey,
Yeah.
let me get off YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't see nobody in here. That's how come I didn't open it up at first. But no, Ty, man, that movie was wild, Ty. Like, that movie was crazy, bro. And it's wild, 'cause sometimes I be having to go back and watch a movie like 2 and 3 times. Like, I went back to go watch Transformers again, but it like, when I started it, it made me go back and start watching the older ones and trying to pay attention to what happened in the older Transformers. And it's wild, because me and Ozo, we was talking about this a long time ago, a lot of us, and we was saying, like, a lot of the cartoons that we watch, we wonder why we even think the way we think. Because we
For
was
real?
fed through these cartoons, it was giving us the game through Transformers.
Uh-huh.
Bro, I went back and I tried to watch GoBots. A lot of people probably don't remember GoBots. But GoBots was a throw off of Transformers, an 80s spin off of Transformers, you feel me? It was almost like getting the Kroger brand of Transformers. Like, I've been going back and watching all these old things, bro, and it's just kind of trippy. It's like they fed us with a lot of things that are starting to come out right now. Right now. Like, we wonder why we believe or we look at things the way we do now, because it caught up. It caught up. They opened our minds a long time ago.
It's like the new religion, or just the culture. The
Yeah.
culture, religion, it all shapes the mind of the people.
What's up,
Find
P-Man?
a mold, or the culture speaks to the people. The spirituality speaks to the people. The religion speaks to the people. And I think when you was talking about being a kid, I've been doing a lot of research
because of
over
what
the
we
past
were
couple years
taught.
on synaptic pruning and how the brain works. And as you get older, the synapses in your brain start getting lessened. But if you so say somebody being fed all of this cool transformers and cartoons with all the esoteric information, when I and my theory right now, working theory, is that when we're younger, we got so much synapses going on. Like there's not saying kids, the imagination is just vivid. They can turn anything into an imagined thing, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that's because of how their brain is communicating with each other. But as people get older, their brain communicate in more of a systematic fashion and through um, synaptic pruning. So some of those it prunes some of the synapses that we don't need to do this anymore. We just got to do this so we can survive. Oh, we like this, so we're going to forget about that. We like to used to play video games. We're gonna go hang out with this girl or whatever the situation is on the tiniest details. So then say that same person that's now been living that life without all them synapses firing, watch that video. They probably get some insights on it, but it's going to be not as much as it was as a kid because of how their literal brain is working. But then if you take mushrooms or psychedelic, or you like having a bunch of fun that day or something like that, or it was set up to be a so-called religious experience, like it was kind of a hypnotism. You walk in, see the pillars and stuff, you see the wall, all the art and people chanting, and you're like, oh yeah, this is going to be deep. So it's a kind of a as above so below thing. But
Yeah.
I was just trying to say how then the person wouldn't be able to would not see the same, will literally be watching the same picture but getting different ideas from it because of how their brain is working. But then you take the mushrooms, it makes the synapses go off fire all across the brain and
Yeah.
kind of shuts down the default mode network. But then it's like I'm just building up a similarity of things, correlation.
Yeah, yeah, it's wild, man. That shit is wild. Like I never even I guess I didn't I probably tripped off of it. You feel me? But I never did think well, I don't know how I couldn't. I kind of knew that it kind of shaped the way we look at things. It shaped our belief system.
Hold on.
A
Mm-hmm.
lot of it shaped our belief system. Well, and then it's like crazy because we, back in the days when we were watching cartoons or watching this stuff, we just looked at
Yeah.
it as, like you said, it was fun. It was a cartoon. We didn't have to watch the news or watch what our parents was watching because it's like this cartoon was made for us. And then when you go back, it's
Yeah.
like ain't no kids making cartoons. These are
But
these are
still,
all grown people.
yeah.
So they helping shape reality. They helping shape the future. Like the
And that's
future
why I
of
never blame kids. I mean, adults in the past for watching cartoons. And you all old watching it. Like, adults made these. Like the people that was adults in the 80s.
yeah.
Like that probably did psychedelics in the 60s and 70s. Like,
Yep.
y'all don't know what's going on.
Yep. And then when you watch like Transformers, like it's just stories of like the gods, it's stories of the Bible, it's stories of, you know, the
Of self.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
people put it under the Bible, under the Quran, under all these different terms, but it was all from one person or a group of people that experienced themselves, and then they wrote it down. Or I got a story to tell.
I think that'd be the funny part when you be talking to somebody and like you be talking to like say if you talking to somebody that's religious belief is like the Bible, right? And you bring up all these other books and they go, well, that was written by man. And it's like like who the like the Bible wasn't written by man. Like everything here that we have that we can call source or whatever was written by man. These are all man concepts. Like a lot of these things, even when you read them, you can tell because it sounds like a man said this. It doesn't sound like something outside of what this is wrote it. It
But
never
that's what they
does.
tried to say. I remember talking to my to this pastor a long time ago, and him saying, "Well, this word was divinely inspired by God. Everything else was
Yeah,
inspired by the devil." or
Yeah, and
by
it's
man,
like,
and man is inspired by the devil. Like, wait, hold up.
yeah. Then he like, oh yeah, put that $2 over there before you leave. Trying to get this. We trying to get this new
Like,
jet. Trying to get
like
this new jet.
right now, true. I'm rewatching Naruto
Oh
with my
yeah,
daughter, and I've been watching that show since middle school. I used to read the manga. It was real entwined with instilling a whole bunch of lessons that I ain't get from a lot of other places. So now I'm watching it with her and reliving some parts and feeling it. And I'll be talking to her, say, see, you see here, he do this, and that. I'll be all
oh
excited. But she like I can see her getting now she obsessed saying she wanna take martial arts. She really be talking about chakras and different
yeah,
energy illusions and stuff like that. So it's a way to introduce these topics stuff in a fun, realistic way. Cause I intertwine it with like, remember when you go to school or like when you want to do the backflip, don't you feel like that? Or just I be going in.
yeah. You know what's crazy, Ty? Because like my older kids, like when I come in and like or I talk to them about old religious texts or certain things that back in the days or whatever, like religious texts and stuff, like they can talk to me about it without they ain't even read it. They'll go, oh, that's the story of whoop de whoop, and they'll put it towards a anime or a cartoon, and I'm going, wait, hold on, all that, like, oh, you know, like the God of War or something, and I'm like going, wait, hold on, how do you know this information that I'm telling you and you ain't read none of it? Oh, I was watching, Avatar the Airbender, and it was talking about this, and it's like, man, bro, this
It
like
really is. I feel you.
it's like it was showing them from the jump a long time ago. It was showing them or us these things. Like it was
Hmm.
always somebody out there giving us the information. Like and I always and remember somebody. Well, people used to say this back in the days. They go, well,
What's
they
that?
always got to tell you the truth. They
Oh,
can't
and
hide
hide
it
it in
from
a
you.
lie.
Yeah, they they always gotta tell you the truth. And it's like, oh shit, they've been telling us for the longest. They've been downloading us, hitting us with this information for so long. That's why it's easy to comprehend once we go and we look at it. Because it's
Hmm.
already been downloaded in us through cartoons, through movies, through different things that we watched.
And
It's
I think it
already
takes for
there.
and I think it takes for the individual too to really see that perspective of how they see things themselves. Because sometimes people run off of what they heard another person say, and that's cool, but that's still just a part of the picture. Like,
Yeah.
say, when I was younger, I used to watch Naruto on my grandma's computer in the hallway, and she used to say, "You had she was all deep in the church, teacher and everything," and she said, "Oh, you better turn that off. You don't know what they really saying. They because they I watched the Japanese version.
Yeah.
They don't know what spells they putting on you. Why they moving their hands like that." But for me, I was getting an understanding that I couldn't really explain with words because I was growing up in the church. But I internally knew what I was watching and like knew how it was correlating to how I was feeling past just that perspective. So then
Yeah.
I started getting older and building up the wordplay, and I would even bring it up to them, like, "What is magic? Why do the Masons practice magic? What's this and that and that and that?" So it was a slow, so-called we already awake, but a so-called awakening path to seeing, "Oh, this is what I'm noticing. This is what's going
Yeah,
on."
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Which is crazy because you can't even tell everybody everything is magic. Like what's not magic? Like it's all magical. It's like we all performing these magical tricks. Even when we go and pray, like we trying to do a ritual, a spell. You feel me? It's like it's a spell, and you can't tell people that because they be like, "Nah, it's not the same. Prayer is not the same as magic
yeah,
or
that's
anything like that." And
witchcraft.
it's like, yeah, it's not
They say.
witchcraft. It's like how not? How not? Like you feel me? Like you praying for something. It's like almost like you doing a chant. You doing a chant for it. And then I'm hearing you keep saying Naruto. I said, man, I call it Naruto. My son was like, it's Naruto. It's Naruto, Dad.
Yeah, it's Naruto. Naruto.
Yeah. That's what I always said. And like every day, every time, man, we watching Naruto today. Like, nah, see, nah, I ain't even watching that shit with you because you keep on calling it Naruto or Naruto, and it's Naruto. It's just Naruto. It's just
See,
Naruto, Dad.
and that's built into the cult, just like it is. It's Jesus. It's this and that. It's the
Yeah,
same thing. Because I told
yeah.
my daughter the same thing when we first started watching. I said a lot of people say Naruto, not how you just said it, and I said I used to make fun of them when I was younger. So it's funny hearing that your son
Yeah,
and the whole
Naruto.
new generation do the same thing.
Yeah, and I always thought, when you hear them say it in Japanese, it's like Naruto, Naruto, or or something like that. So I never could get it, bro. I never could, but it's all right. I'm I was man, I got I'm due for a dive though. It's like I'm due for a dive. It's about that time again because I feel like I'm starting to get back lost in the world. Naruto, yeah, Naruto, huh? I'm starting to get back lost in the world. I'm not even gonna lie, Ty. It's like it was exactly what we was talking about. When you say you go back
Hmm.
to chopping wood, carry water. It's like you go back to
Yeah.
that, but then you still kind of be like, like, bro, when you start doing it, you just see how everybody is like programmed to be these weird ass ways, bro. And I think that's what may always bring you back to the psychedelic experience and go, man, I gotta dive in again because I'm starting to turn back into them. I don't know if they NPCs or not, but I'm going back to
the synapse, the synapses start not firing so much. So
and which is crazy, bro. Which is crazy because everybody be on total robot mode, and robot mode in order to build a better society. That's what Trump should have said. Make society great again. Not America. Make society great again. Cause golly, bro, everybody is on robot mode. Everybody. Everybody, and it's like, hey, you just see the robots and you go, god damn, I don't even want to believe in NPCs, but everybody is on their NPC, like acting like a non-player character, that because they only following the program.
yeah, it's just the programming. It's just the program how people choose and stuff like that. It's like, say I'm working on I'm working for this company where I have to take the input from when people are interacting with chatbots,
Yeah.
and I've been like trained under certain criteria to look for truthfulness, fact checking, instruction following, all this other blah 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 stuff. But they're training their AI model to now only produce certain kinds of results, so called not hallucinate anymore, and like appear to what the user is saying without adding any extra fluff words like
Right.
sure,
Right.
certainly, I
Yeah.
can do that right away. So it's so-called bringing it into a system, like how you with people sometimes like I can't say that,
Phone did that.
or oh, that would be too much, or oh, this and that and that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a similar circumstance.
He said, uh, Green Bud said, make the world great, not just America. And DJ said, we not far from having the computers in our brain. Yeah, oh yeah, that's next. We already working on that. We already working on that. If they can do it to rats, they gon' do it to us. Oh, Ty, did you see? I wanted to do a video about it. Did you see the little pager thing? They got the ones that's in
It
that
went
little
kaboom.
man. Golly.
They said it could have possibly been done by the lithium battery, by triggering something that I mean by taking off a release on there so that the battery can will allow itself to overheat and explode.
Man, but look, the people that they was targeting, the ones that had the pages, and they was part of that some kind of little thing. I forgot what it was, bro. But it
So
was
they
why.
say.
Yeah, so they say. But it don't matter. Boy, them pages was blowing up left and right. Left
Yeah,
and
they was.
right. I was like, golly, wait, hold on. Matter of fact, let me go see real fast because
There's
I
some
don't.
Splinter Cell type stuff. Or his old
Yeah,
spy F9.
I said, boy, I'm glad it ain't the early '90s, the '80s and shit, because we all would have had a pager. Everybody would have
Yeah,
had a pager.
the Japanese company that made it, they said that they discontinued that particular model like 10 years ago. So them people just been buying old tech and still trying to use it. They undercover. But
Yeah,
I
because
don't
they was
know.
part of okay, yeah, say how pager explosive attack in Lebanon happened. Let's see, wait, hold on. Crackdown on climate activists. Oh, here we go. Breaking news. The Hezbollah fall apart as fighters drop at once.
Yeah.
Like all they fighters had pagers, and like what they did was I think they switched them out. Like they were supposed to send pagers to everybody in the group, and like on the way of going, they switched it out or something, and then so they sent them the pagers that explode, and then they've been knocking them down, like just making the pagers go off. I'm talking about exploding in supermarkets. Show one dude he didn't have his on. He actually just had it on the counter. Oh, what, Blake?
Uh,
What?
yeah.
What?
I got a question of the day.
What?
What did the Indian say when he made a shot in front of LeBron's face?
I don't know.
I'm Steph Curry.
Oh, okay. Hey, we gonna watch Naruto today,
No, it's not Naruto.
huh?
It's not Naruto. It's Naruto.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure. All right. I told you, Ty. Well, I tell you. Look.
I get it. You got to. You ain't talking about my business. Not my business.
The robot one was hilarious.
I'm not watching Naruto.
Okay. All right. Close my door because I'm live right now.
And the U is silent.
Okay. I know now. I think I know. He said the U and the U is silent. What's up, Big Chill, BGL? But no, I told you he be getting mad. He don't even want to watch it no more when I call it Naruto. I don't even want to watch it with you no more. You say, "Dad, golly, why you keep saying that?" Duke went outside. Wait, in Texas? Wait, what happened in Texas? Let's see. The robot went to his house to
Oh,
arrest him for a
yeah.
warrant and
The
they
guy,
got him. What? A
he was right
robot?
outside his motel. He was like, y'all ain't gonna get me. I got a blanket. And they was like, we got LiDAR sensors that go through walls. That blanket ain't gonna do nothing. And
It's
the
official.
robot locked him up.
Wait,
It
what?
wasn't even a robot with two legs. It was a four-legged robot
Is
with
that a
a
movie?
Nah, it's real.
Man, hold on, bro.
I'm telling
Man gets
you.
arrested by robot.
Robot dog, man. Robot dog got him.
No,
I'm
this is
telling you,
fake.
the feature here. It is the first in U.S. history.
Nah.
See the Russian guy shooting at the drone, couldn't hit the drone, and then the guy throws his gun at the drone, and then the drone explodes, kills one
Yeah, I
Russian.
saw that one.
The other
What?
one gets away. I didn't know the drones were packed with explosives, but I guess why not, man?
Well, they
But I think
can. You just put that thing on there.
because they're shooting rockets and shooting stuff up, but I
What
didn't think when the
the
rockets come out.
heck?
But I think that pager and the cell phone thing, I think that was Israeli vibes. No, didn't the Israeli give that switch up?
It would
Yeah,
compensate
yeah,
Oh, the
yeah.
Israeli Musaf, and it wasn't even like high up. It was something made by the call was made by somebody, but everything they do is high up. But that was some serious stuff. That was that movie with Samuel L. Jackson. Remember when he gave everybody free cell phones or something, and then they got the chip and their head exploded.
Man. Oh yeah, yeah, huh? They did do that.
Kingsman or something. That was crazy, but that's possible. Everybody got to get a microchip. You
I'm
don't think the
trying.
microchip got a little explosive in your head just in
Hey,
case? You know? I don't know.
Big Chill. They was
I'm
terrorists though. It was blowing up all the terrorists, blowing they blowing their
not.
hips off,
Well,
blowing
that's
their
why they're
hips off.
saying, how come in Lebanon and Iran you're able to be so precise when you attack Hamas, but yet in Gaza you're dropping bombs, and for every one terrorist you're killing 10 people because they say in Gaza they're hiding in the hospitals, in the schools, in this. But in Lebanon, they have bases, they have separate stuff.
Man,
You know what I mean?
wait,
But
this
yeah,
robot thing is in Texas?
that was American.
Yeah,
First robot to arrest somebody, AI, apparently. Like Ty said too. Yeah, man. Somebody
is
said
that
that
the
in chat.
one like Texas robot catches criminal trying to outsmart it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, let me see this. This a robot on wheels.
Oh, it's wheels. Oh. There's one of those four.
Oh, yeah, he came out and tried to throw the sheet over it.
Oh, so it was one of those ATF buggers. They got C4 on themselves too, man. They got explosives. You don't put the handcuffs on,
Man.
I'm gonna self-destruct right now.
Oh yeah, he looked like it shot some tear gas in there or something. He climbed out the window.
So Texas got it, man. Texas got the RoboCops. Everything's bigger in Texas. You know what I mean?
It just ran him over and everything. What
Somebody
the
had
heck?
Just back on top of him, like you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, like what the heck?
Tased him, man. Spray him, everything.
Texas man arrested by robot.
All you gotta do is
way.
Make that thing fly, and it's over. AI take over. They don't need police. Judge and jury in the machine right there.
There is no way, bro. That was but that was like that was one of the robot with wheels. Still though, there's no way a robot fits to come to my house and arrest me. It's not gonna happen. It's not in the motel room or none of that.
The robot got 4 grenades on each side. You're gonna get down and lay on the ground.
Man, it can't. If you unarmed, it can't do nothing to you. Robots are made not to.
No, they gonna blame it on the
RoboCop. That's where they. Hey, you see.
Camera, if you ain't armed, they'll rush in to SWAT. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in there with guns and holding people hostage, you don't know, man. You know what I mean? They don't want to hurt the people. Then so they'd rather use the robots. That's what they're here for. Kill the robot first.
Yeah,
you send in the dog, you kill the dog, and if you kill the dog, you get a life sentence like killing a police. But if you blow up the robot, what are they gonna give you? It's just a machine, man. Come on.
Well, they're gonna sue you. You know how much money that's
You're gonna be doing.
Ain't no robot coming in and arresting me. I don't care what nobody say. Not no robot like that though. That robot don't look like it can get it. It don't look like it can get down the stairs that fast. You feel me? It's like. Remember, just like on RoboCop.
And the G8 summit up here in Toronto,
RoboCop went down the stairs. The robot plants drugs,
and they had robots that had time cannons, bro, and they were hurting the people. It's illegal. People get a class action lawsuit, but these robots had the silent cannon sound, and it was making the people get nauseated and getting hot. It was illegal stuff, but because all the leaders of the world was here and people were protesting, they used these kind of like, now it's normal, these kind of sound cannons. But there were these robots that were going around downtown, and it was hurting people in blocks. You couldn't cross. There was no fence, but if you crossed over here, you got sick. Your insides felt hot. You felt, so you had to go like, and they were hurting even protest. People didn't even have to do with the protests. My buddy's mother was down there.
Happened in Canada?
Yeah, the G8 summit like 10 years ago, and the cops beat them up and everything, man. She sued them.
Wow,
but they didn't the protest. They were coming from the
robot plants the drugs on you. If the robot plant the drugs on you, bro, you ain't getting out of that one. Because the robot, it's not gonna hold up in court. I ain't never seen a robot in court pointing somebody out.
You hear that camera? Then you say, look, you see right there, the robot put it on the seat. You see it. I just saw it on YouTube the other day. And the guy's like, the cop forgot. He thought he turned off his camera. You hear him touch his chest, but he didn't. And he threw the cocaine on the fucking back seat. And the guy's like, yo, I just saw you. He's like, nope. He's like, your camera's caught it. He's like, no, my camera's off. The cop looks down. Oh, shit.
Let me pick that back up.
caught him throwing the guy the cocaine in the back. That's
That
the
is good.
confiscation.
But
Because in
you
America, if you can't prove the money, the cops keep it, right? So they can entrap
yeah,
you.
yeah. You seen the one? It was one dude that seen the police tell you that said something about it, and they got the police. They was like,
Oh,
open that door, man. I seen him put the money right there in this fucking holder on the side of his door. They went in there, they grabbed the money. They said, "Who money is this?" The police was like, "I don't know, I don't know whose it is."
$1,000. He's sitting
Yeah,
on another wad. Oh yeah, man. And that
yeah,
cop got to jail too. He was in
yeah.
jail.
He got
He's not
arrested for that. He
the
got
big old
arrested for
white
that.
cop. The guy said, "No, man. I
You see
saw
the
him. I still put the money there."
Yeah, I seen him, and then the one right now, that's that with the cop shooting the judge. That one was trippy. My mom called
I
me
don't know
about that.
how it is in America, but like, if you snitch and rat out on a cop, you're not really a rat. You're like a weasel. You know what I mean? You ain't really a rat. I don't know if it's America, but you can rat on cops, man. You can get paperwork. Yo, that cop tried to steal my money, steal my drugs. He tried to set me up. That
You
ain't
ain't,
snitching, eh?
that ain't
I don't know
snitching. If you tell on
about
the
Canada.
police, that ain't snitching. I don't know, Big Chill. That's still
You can tell
snitching,
on
man. If you even
it.
tell on the police, that's still snitching. Snitching is snitching.
So when you tell them when they arrest you and get you down there, and then you tell the fucking people, yo, these motherfuckers arrest me, they've been reading me my rights. Is that snitching? Because they gotta read you your rights, man. Then they prove back in the day they couldn't prove shit because they didn't have camera. They say, yeah, I
Yeah,
read you your rights. You read me shit. From when they got you
yeah.
to the station, then they supposed to let you fucking go. But they can't prove it. Now with cameras, yeah, man, they detain you, they gotta read you your fucking rights. And if they don't, then
Why?
take you down, start investigating you, give you to the detectives. It's like, yo, you never get your rights read in your Marat. Oh shit, okay, we can't talk to you. They gotta let you fucking go. But now
Yeah.
with cameras, they get catch, man. Cops are stupid too. They're just like every other humans. They ain't AI. They make enough
I
mistakes.
was watching the thing on the. I was watching. Just Ty, you seen the video on the Liver King? I
Well,
was
he's coming
watching.
back. I see some short videos with him. What happened?
Yeah.
People forgave him or something? He's coming back, eh?
What did he do? Because I never did get into what he did that actually made everybody kind of turn on him.
He was supposed to be natural, eating raw liver, raw meat, raw diet. And then it found out his nutrition and his trainer didn't pay him, and he ratted out and showed all the steroids that he was taking. So apparently,
Oh.
again, I'm off the steroids. And everybody called it from Joe Rogan. He's trying to get on Rogan. Rogan don't want nothing to do with him now or after. He don't want nothing to
Yeah.
do with him because Rogan called it. He was on roids, and he was trying to like call out other people's that he was all natural, eating all this raw meat. But yeah, that's why he got blown up because he was
That's
doing
why he got
steroids.
blown up, because he was eating testicles.
The
When they
testicles is cool. That was good. The testicles and the liver is what you're supposed to be eating to give you the testosterone, right? To build your muscle. But he wasn't. He was taking like
right.
whale steroids, like this steroids that like are messed up. That's why he was all puffy. And now
He,
apparently he's a little smaller.
like
He's not as big.
you might walk around with a bag of testicles eating them. I don't know. That's just that's
Remember
weird.
Cali something? He was huge, and then he had the heart attack. And now he's still eating like fried chicken and other things, but he's lost a lot of weight and he eats more like protein and stuff. But he don't do no more steroids. But back then he was
He
pumping the
said,
fucking. So
hey,
Cali,
I, I, I knew Big Chill sounded like somebody. Somebody said, "Is this Eddie Bravo?" I knew he sounded like somebody. I just couldn't pin it.
Eddie's my cousin, man. I'm my mother's brother's side. My mother brother, the other brother that the mother doesn't smother. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the
I
side. Yeah,
forgot
shout
all
out to Eddie.
about Eddie Bravo. I forgot
Shout out to
about that. Yeah, shout out Big Chill for sounding like Eddie Bravo. I mean, better sound like Eddie Bravo than Drake. I'm just saying.
It is what it is. People let me say man, them, and fams and this so-called Toronto talk, but I'm an old guy, man. I don't talk them talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought everybody from Canada sounded like, South Park.
Now, that's all the French ones. That's in Montreal, yeah, man. In Montreal, they all sound like that when they speak English.
And they say,
Black, white, everybody there speak that. And then they come here, and that's why when we go there and speak English, they already know we don't speak French You speak French, you got some ping pang tang thing happening like South Park, and they already know you from Toronto. We don't like
Congratulations.
you. Montreal man don't like, French man don't like. But you go to the West Coast, they're like cowboys, like you guys. On the West Coast, they talk a little different. And then the East Coast, you don't even understand what the fuck they're saying. It's some kind of pirate patois. They talk the Newpies and the Nova Scotians, Cape Bretoners, PI. They
They
have their own
sound
English.
like
Yeah,
pikeys, like pikeys.
like the Irish gypsies, pikeys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
crazy. It's like, and they understand everything. And like I said, it's black, white, Chinese. There's Chinese people in their generation.
Hey, is psychedelics like legal in Canada?
I don't know. The mushrooms is legal, but they keep busting the mushroom shops. I don't understand. But the
Yeah,
legal one from the government, they sell mushroom chocolate bars and capsules. But if there's just mushroom stores, not the illegal marijuana dispensaries,
yeah,
my boys around here, they don't want to touch psychedelics. But they, if you ask them, they'll give you the chocolate bars. They're nice, but they don't advertise it. But downtown, they keep up opening mushroom. And if you look now, you search, you'll see a nice store, all kinds of mushrooms. They got hundreds of different strands. True.
yeah,
One you can take a gram of, and it's like a DMT trip. One you got to take 6 grams. Like it all depends what you like, right? But the cops keep fucking with them. But it is legal. But it's like DMT. It's illegal to sell it or buy it. But I can grow it and I can give it to you, and we can share it. We can get high. If I get caught on the street, they just take us in and let us sober up at the drunk
I
tank
just
and let us
seen.
go. You
Yeah,
know.
because the one of the shops just had texted me, like they, and they got a gang of mushrooms. They got a, and I was like kind of tripping off of it. I said, "Dang, it ain't even hit yet, but they already starting to push them," which is kind of cool because I think there's a lot of people out there do need the microdose, even though they don't know that they need to. It's a lot of people out there need to microdose because they get caught up in society's way of thinking, and you become NPC. And I think the mushrooms will kind of break that NPCism. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it,
And most
NPCism.
people doing them now, man. They're in the hood. Enough of the hood youths that were doing like Molly and ecstasy 2, 3 years ago got all fucked up, and it scared the fuck out of them. They're like, like you said, they're microdosing. They're like the mushroom vibes, because they're so intense with the Molly and the ecstasy. It's like different.
I saw a
They
shop,
well, they
really.
think they can control the mushrooms, but it's a separate kind of entity. The Molly,
Oh,
the E, they were just fucked up on some
he
shit. My
said I
boy was
saw.
telling me with the mushrooms, they're
Yeah.
feeling the entity. They can feel it. Enough men around and got the mushrooms, but even some men that don't even do it, I'm like, because when they
Why
watch
he
a few
said
YouTube videos, they
the way
figure
he
out how
said
fast
that?
it is to grow it.
He
And they
said
up
I
here,
seen
bro.
that. I saw a shop in the Mall of America selling shroom chocolate, but it must have been some fake scam stuff, right? No, I doubt it. Cause I know in California, it's a lot of places that got polka dots, that got polka dot mushroom bars. It's a lot of them. And like it's been over a year now they've been doing it. They've been having them, so it's just opening up right now.
Up here, to use them that are growing mad mushrooms too. They're putting in bins. Like they got so many, they don't know what the fuck to do with it. And up here, it's like $15 a gram. If you know somebody, maybe $10 a gram. It ain't cheap, eh? It's fucking like
No,
they're
not
making.
here.
Yo, I did not know my mic was off. I was
Oh,
talking to y'all.
you- did it sound like? Wait, hold on. Tell the truth though. Sometimes did it seem like we was answering?
Yeah, it always is. That's why I don't know
Why is
I just
that?
complain for YouTube.
They got all.
Why is that? I don't get
Because life is
that.
life. We're never out of place. Everything is always on time.
Always.
How much do you want to fight it? Because it'll be a thought saying they're not listening, this and that. But if you just let it go, everything is still in place, like reading a book.
Yeah, exactly. We stopped talking exactly. But I know up there, up north now, they should be
Oh,
dumping mushrooms at a lot of cannabis clubs up north.
yeah, I was going to mention that. A lot of the chocolates, while the guy mentioned in comments, I've been finding some TikTok videos of people investigating and in charts of them saying that it's not mushrooms in them. It's a bunch of like caffeine and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
And then it
yeah.
is
Mescaline or some stupid.
or
Yeah, I heard that on the
or
fake weed. I
or
heard that the legal weed
oh yeah,
stores are selling
you're
those
making
ones.
me forget.
Sorry,
4-ACO
baby.
or the red and white mushroom, the animitas.
Yeah.
The
But they'll
enemy.
say that it's the other thing, but it'll be a high dose of methanol in it from the Anamina, and some people like get sick because they didn't
Oh,
know that's what it was.
I'm about to go. I gotta go see real fast right now on TikTok. You said it was on TikTok?
Yeah. You type in mushroom chocolate.
Ah, damn. What the heck is you doing? Yeah. That shit was
Those
playing
too.
music.
Their
Let's
edibles and
see.
their mushrooms are
Oh,
nice.
have
It's a
mushroom. Let's
legal
see.
place. You come up here, you go to the legal place, man.
Polka dot. Dang, I'm surprised they even letting the mushroom bars be even talked about on TikTok.
I know. They be blocking and shadow banning people.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, they stay doing that. They stay shadow banning on TikTok and YouTube. That shadow ban you fast. You just can't give up. You gotta just keep going though.
Yep.
They shadow ban you, keep going. Go harder.
There's gonna be somebody in the future that just start talking about it and blow up. And like, hold up. And he's like, wait, I stopped doing that a long time ago. You know those searches and everything?
Yeah.
Like, nah, not this time.
Yeah, cause sometimes they always on me. They always catching me up for something, one thing or another. You feel me? I don't be tripping though. I just keep going. I just kind of just keep going. Just come back. And kind of switch it up. That's why a lot of times, that's another reason why I don't name the videos like we always talking about psychedelics, because I don't know. Say like you get shadow banned fast if you're not one of the bigger channels that's diving in and talking about psychedelics. So it's like I gotta come up with all kind of weird names. You feel me? And then on top of it, like it'd be crazy because you know. A lot of stuff, bro, it just be like the same thing over and over and over again. Like that's the crazy part.
For the video, give the disclaimer, and then at the end, give a phone number
I ain't
for a
listen.
drug abuse line,
I ain't doing none of
and
that.
you're covered. But then they won't fuck with you. That's what my boy
Man,
tell me. When you talk about
I'm
different
not.
things, you say the
I'm not doing.
disclaim at the front, for which is educational purposes. And if
I
you're
ain't
talking about
doing.
drugs at the end, you give the
I'm
drug
not. I'm not doing none
and
of that. I did that in the beginning.
well,
Remember Big Chill a long time ago? That's what I used to do. But it's like,
yeah, that's what
this is 18 and over. This is for grown-ups. So therefore,
you
I
know.
don't got to do all that. Like I remember
Drug
even when
addicts are
weed,
babies.
like before, weed was legal and coming in and smoking on the lives and you
I
feel me
remember
and
that.
getting in trouble for that. And it was like, wait, hold on. This shit is legal. It's
But
like
yeah, even now
smoking a
you still get
cigarette.
caught. You can't smoke for the first 6 minutes. You can't swear for the first 60 seconds. Like, come on, what the fuck?
Man,
But
Big
yeah,
Chill, you swear. Look, we on TikTok. You swear every other word is a swear from you.
that's us. That's
I
us East
was gonna
Coasters.
say something, but I said TikTok not tripping, so I ain't tripping either.
Cursing Christ's name all the time, even though he knows we love him. We say Lord, Thunder, and Jesus. That's blasphemy.
Yeah,
We always curse using God's name. You're not supposed to do none of that shit, man. You burn in hell for that shit. That's why I'm going on a vacation. You know? No, but I'm
man,
just.
he said I'm going on vacation. Ain't no vacations, man.
Don't you know America, the East Coasters, like West Coast, I don't know, Cali and shit. You guys are a little different, probably anomalies. But I'm saying, don't you know, it's like East Coast people like swear, not that they're aggressive or like bullies or nothing, but they use a lot of
Hey,
vulgar language. You don't notice that, true? I noticed
fuck
that
out of
before.
Nah,
here. What you talking about?
A lot of people in like Virginia
yeah,
and
nah.
like
Ty from Philly. So
Detroit. I
you,
don't know where Tyler is. I'm not sure, but
Ty
those,
from Philly.
yeah, those
Talking
motherfuckers
that
in
bull.
Maine first. Maine?
I'm messing with you, Chill.
Ty from Philly. But no, that's how you. But if you think about it, like when I first started, that man, I could not cuss. Y'all could not come back from a DMT experience and not have a gang of cuss words within that. Just telling the experience, because you just like fuck, like what the hell did I
Like,
just see? Like, what is going on? Like all this stuff that they never told us about, but they told us about. I guess I don't know, but it's like I didn't know you could see it like that. The only way you
Nobody
can
told me.
explain it is in cuss words. That was the only way. It was the only way. But I think
it's like being at.
No, go
It's
ahead.
like
Go
being
ahead,
at
Ty.
war. It's
I
like being
gotta
at
cover
war.
my thing.
You see
Sorry,
somebody
smoke.
head get cut off, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit, we do, oh. And then you become like a veteran, and you're like, all right, I see what's going on. This is a lot of shit going on, but we got this.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
good and the bad.
a whole lot going on. It's like I don't know how to explain it. All he can explain it in curse words. That's it. And that's what I was doing when I was going back, like when I was trying to make it to where, we come in, okay, we ain't really got to cuss like that when we come and do these lives. And then I go back and I try to go over one of my videos and do a reaction. And I'm cussing through the whole video going, there's no way I can cut all that out. It's like I can't cut.
That first response from your perspective. That was fun.
Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. That shit was wild. Some of them experiences was just wild. And then the dreams is just overwhelming now. It's like I can come in every day about a dream. Cause I'm dreaming so much. It's like I don't get no rest.
Yeah. Why should the mind rest? When the mind is at rest, don't they say that's when it moves the most?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the dream I had last night. I remembered it, but I kind of forgot that shit. It was wild, too. You know your dream's wild when you waking up watching Transformers and shit. Transformers, more than meets the eye. And then the transform. Okay, that's what's wild because when Transformers, they always talk about the Matrix. Remember,
the Matrix cube?
Yeah, the Matrix. When Optimus Prime took it out of his chest, like y'all gotta protect the Matrix. I'm like, wow. Like they've been feeding us with Matrix shit since the 80s, probably the 70s, the 60s. When did they first write the Matrix book?
It depends if you listen to the lady Sophia, if she wrote it first.
Oh yeah, Sophia Stewart. When did the first Matrix book come out? First Matrix book. Oh, The Matrix Comics Volume 1 was published January 1st, 2003 by Burlyman Entertainment. But it's wild because when you go, man, I don't know, you go do research on all that and, the lawsuit and all that, it's like they basically saying that she didn't win nothing.
Yeah.
But who knows?
That's why she on her promotion tour. You gotta make something out of it.
Yeah, gotta make something because if you was awarded 23, 30, 40, 60, 70 million, it's like, man, fuck the Matrix. I'm about to go buy me a Lambo.
When you're in the Matrix, y'all take care of describing that.
You feel me?
Have some fun.
Yeah, I'm about to have some fun. Y'all going and you feel me? Y'all know where we at. I wrote the book already. Go check it out.
Yeah.
I am not talking about that shit no more. But it was That Third Eye. That's what the book is called, though. I think The Third Eye. Have you read that one yet, Todd?
No, just the cover.
You, Big Chill, did you read The Third Eye?
Looking at it now.
Hey, that's all I need. That's all I need now when I smoke is like 2-3 hits. I'll be in the zone. Ready to talk psychedelic experiences and what I be seeing on a daily. I'll be like, have you ever noticed that though, Ty? When the overlayment of the psychedelic experience, when you come back, it don't be no different than real life when you really look at it.
Yeah, it seemed like the choices you able to make though. Well, you can make it, but just noticing the options in a way. Like how you said the NPC. Like I think
Yeah,
NPC so called just don't see all the options. Like
man.
I'm playing a game, um, Cyberpunk 2077, and the story changes depending on how you answer the questions. And sometimes they'll show the answer, one of the options, like four options, but I won't be
Yeah.
able to click the fourth option if I don't have enough Tai Chi points, like peace points. Or the other one, if I really want to punch somebody, I have to. I wasn't out in the streets doing side missions, so I didn't gain enough aggressive points or something. So I had
Oh
to choose
yeah.
the other options besides just punching them.
Wow. And that's that cyberpunk you said?
Uh huh.
That they oh yeah, they did drop a new one,
So
huh?
don't you know how some people be saying, I want to make the change, but I just can't do it. I want to do this. I see it, but it's just something in me that's, I get distracted or this and that happen. I think these experiences, like with the mushrooms and living more life, allows just like the game to allow us to have more options to choose from, to see to choose the options that we see.
Yeah. But who's putting that like when you even have the thought of making a change or where is that coming from? Like have you ever thought about that? Like where is it coming from? Like when you say you have to make a change in order so you got to do something that you feel like you want to do or supposed to be doing in life, where the fuck is that thought coming from? Like that
The
shit
writers.
It comes from the
exactly.
people that realize you can't have it right now. And that's not true because you can have it right now.
Yeah, you can.
Yep. Or how you tell yourself. Spell
Which is
yourself out.
what's up, Cryo?
Hey.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, which is like I was thinking about that because I said, damn, every time I want to make a change, the change, the change be pertaining to something that's gonna basically like so-called help society. Or it's like, why do we have this thing? You think it's the higher self? Like we have this thing in our mind of saving the world. Like that's something that can actually be done. Like, do you think one person can actually save the whole world? Like, what if the world didn't need saving?
Yeah,
Because,
that's what I was going to say. What do you mean by the word save? Like, I think
yeah,
to
yeah,
go back
like,
to the first part
Is
of
the
your
world
question.
really in peril?
is it?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
I
I
think
mean,
Because,
it's.
you got someone in a war zone, they might agree.
I mean, dang, lions be in a war zone.
That's true. Lions
You got
too.
Ants,
one
ants
lion,
be
like
in a
he
war
needs.
zone. We call them army ants. That's all they do. They go and eat all the bugs that didn't fail, had a bad broken leg or whatever. So I'm saying, bro, when you go
Mm-hmm.
save the world, it's you just saying, okay, I want to save all the humans? Like that's what it
It
has to
depends on
mean.
that. I think it depends on that individual person. Because to go back to what you was first saying on where do the thoughts to come about any kind of change, whether it's to change the world or change your clothes in the morning time. I think
Yeah.
it's just part of a developing story that we're a part of. And sometimes you can catch wind of it, like, oh, I feel like I'm doing this just because of this and that. Like you can see the trail that's going with it.
Yeah, yeah,
Instead of like
exactly.
being seemingly out of nowhere. Or some people would just say, "I'm just doing it. I don't know. I'm just doing it. I just don't
That
just doing
like
it."
like yeah, like women, right? Like when they find out that they want to look after people, like that's one of the things they want to do. Like I want to be a doctor now or CNA or something like that to where I can take care of people and help people. You feel me? It's like where is all this shit coming from? Like where's like what where who created the narrative of these stories that okay, once they enter our mind, we just NPC it out and play the
Mhm.
part of that character because it's like everything is a character. It don't matter
Yeah.
what it is. Like, like shit, the church's chicken dude is a character. You feel me? I'm just saying. But
Yeah, that's just. I mean, that's another.
it's like
I say, look,
where
that's
the
just.
Who's coming up with all these characteristic ideas that we have and going, well, this is, and then you going, well, yeah, that's the character I want to play. That's the character I want to be. Like
Hey,
how,
true. I was listening. I was talking to Jamina a couple days ago about Naruto, and I was saying, imagine his mind and how he goes through. He doesn't do interviews too much. Doesn't too much public image. So how is he correlating reality is something to think about because he made all of these characters, wrote them out, was able to witness them. So then in his own personal story, how does he see his anger rise up? How does he see things in his mind arise? I think it's always
yeah,
levels to actually witnessing a certain aspect of the creative process of the world. But still, beyond that, it still keeps going past the. Like he's even part of the story while
yeah,
creating all these other characters. So it
exactly.
just, it just so builds up.
Yeah, it's like it's wild because that like I think that goes the same way that reality goes because like the person that made whatever made the story has all the characters play it out. So like a person that goes and writes a book that becomes a movie, they go and they choose the characters to play the different parts of the movie. But all the characters in the movie is just this one person.
Mhm.
It's the writer that wrote all these characters within the story of Blade, Trinity, or whatever, and said, okay, Blade is going to do this, and this person is going, why, Wesley,
I
whatever
think
his
that's
name.
how we find ourselves a lot of times. When you can find yourself in the moment and see yourself in the cast, in the camera,
Yeah,
it paints a picture back to the mind about how it's all relating together. Like imagine being on Broadway. You see how they show the people beyond the stage and they all like excited. They all just trying to work with the energy that's at it. It, it's a certain kind of excitement.
yeah, a certain
It's called team mode. When we get into team mode, it's on the game.
game, 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 game. Now that shit just trippy, bro. Cause I
But
think that's the way I kind of see everything now as this as just
mhm.
like these stories that people are trying to play out, and you know like remember when Colors came out a long time ago, right? When Colors came out, the movie Colors, and at the end where Rocket and the one black dude who was from 18th Street, they had the little, you know, they shooting up the house and they guns jam and they both fix their gun at the same time and they sitting there and they're pointing them at each other and then they start firing and they both kill each other and then they get back like you know after they do their little thing they go back to you know the talk they talking about it and the one little young Mexican guy is like yeah man when I go I want to go out just like that and then he exactly went out like that like when the police raided him, you feel me? He popped up with the gun and tried to he busted. That's how the one police got killed. But I'm just saying, it's like this is how like I kind of feel like we even see the stories because we see all the stories going, and then we pick the ones we want to act out, and we go, oh, that's my story right there. That's the part I'm gonna play because
Mhm.
that's the way I want to do it. And it's like, bro, that shit is just that's what's weird to me now because it's making it harder to choose what story you want to play, what part you want to play. And when you disconnect from all the parts and you see everybody playing the different parts, it make you not even want to play the story no more. Like, I don't want to play this game. You
No,
feel
that's
me? Because
nihilism. That's called nihilism.
I don't want to play this game no more because the cashier at 7-Eleven acts like he owns 7-Eleven because he's working there.
Yeah, let him breathe. I remember when I first started hanging around my friend uncle back in the day. He would always ask, "Why are you laughing at everything?" Especially when I guess I started doing acid close to the initial time I started hanging out with him. But he started saying, "Why are you always laughing at everything? Always joking." Like I was quiet, but I was still real attentive of what was going on. But it was like an observation, like you say, of this person actually believes what they're saying out of their mouth. They
Yeah.
trying to get me to laugh, or they trying to get me to think this and that. But it's really funny. Like if everything is okay in the world, if everything always works out to be what it's supposed to be, then this is funny. Like you,
Yeah, it's funny
and
as
I didn't
hell.
really understand it back then. It was just how it was firing off in my head and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna say I understand it now, but just my experiences since then is like
I don't.
I'm witnessing the thought patterns, the
Yeah, the
I'm
thought
alive,
patterns. The
the I'm
I.
here, this is real, and
This
that's
is
what this
real.
is.
Yeah, to you and to you it be real, real, real. Like you know the little kids that get their iPad taken and it just crush them. They be crying like you done just took their whole life. So it's like, but we get into these characters, bro. I think that's the part that's getting me is we get into these characters, or we find the character that we actually want to play, and we believe
Hmm.
that we are that character, even though it is part of us. We really act it out like we are that character. Like we
Yeah.
see people do it at the stores all the time, Walmart or whatever. Like the workers, sometimes when you go in the joints, the workers act
Uh-huh.
like they own the business.
Yeah.
Like
They
they,
do. I used to get mad at them. I used to be on mushrooms. I used to be on acid and stuff. And sometimes I went through so many different personalities. And but you can ask some people around me about them. But
yeah,
but I used to curse people out a lot of times back in the day. I was like, "You're at work. Why are you acting like this towards me?
yeah.
Like you know what you're doing right now." And they'd just be at the cash register. It could be an old lady. It could be a young man. It can be somebody just there. And I'm like, you're
Yeah.
like in my mind, I'm so-called witnessing all of these things, and I'm like, why are you acting? And especially if they tried to say, let me see your receipt or something strange at the cash register or something like that. I was just like, yo, you know what this is? Like, why are you
Yeah.
acting like that?
Like you
Like,
watch me check out right there and get the receipt. Like you standing right here. I look. I seen them do that to me many a times. I'm looking over there, they looking at me. I'm clocking out, and then as soon as I get over there talking about, can I see your receipt? I just walk right past them. Like you just watch me right there. What's so cool about it? It's a camera on me right there. It's cameras from every angle. It's even a camera on the damn register as I'm checking out. So if it didn't alert anybody, it's only obvious I did it right, but it's like, you think I can see your receipt? Hell no, you can't see my receipt. You feel me?
but that's what I had to start learning though, is the programming factor. Like, I programmed myself to witness certain things. They programmed themselves to they thought process literally I have to go to work.
Yeah,
It's hierarchies in the system that allow everything to flow. If this hierarchy didn't exist, I wouldn't be able to feed my family. There must be
yeah,
more to it. How does religion work? Oh, so a lot of people are religious. We're here. We must honor, be a slave to the God because we don't really know everything. We just here. We can't really think past certain thoughts because it's the devil. So stay in this system, work through it and everything you go through, and you'll just be all right.
and you'll be all right. You got to get a job, though. You got to get a job. You can't be without no job. You feel me? You got to keep the system going. That's the only way we gonna keep it going is if we all working.
Mhm.
But
I
but
used to
it's
give people extra ice cream. I used to do all this extra stuff when I was at certain jobs.
nah. That's the that's what I like about my 7-Eleven is the people in there they're real cool and that's what they do. They just sometimes they just tell you just go certain things, but not like merchandise or nothing like that. Coffee, Slurpees or whatever. It's like just go. You always in here.
Yeah.
And it's wild because you go like I think if everybody was like nice to each other, like it'll be beneficial for everybody because nobody will feel like left out or like they're not a part of this thing to where they got to go off and create a Jack Kevorkian group and say, hey, we gonna take off on the back of a rocket. You feel me? When the comet come, the ship gonna be in the back of the comet, in the tail of the comet, and we gotta catch it. It's only one way. Some of the stuff though, you can't deny though. Some of the stuff people believe in do be wild. It do be wild, and I don't even know how we tether ourselves to these things because it's like the same stories playing over and over again. We was talking about the one lady. I was talking to my mom about that. The one lady called Mother God. You feel me? And the way they even treated her once she passed away, and they kept her body and kept washing her and cleaning her and putting all types of stuff on her. It's like this is what we do with all things in life, bro. We get attached to things, and then we actually kind of become that thing to where we don't want to let that thing go. It's like we don't. I don't know. This
That's
shit
why
is
the
just
Bible they
trippy.
said. That's why I said in the Christian Bible they said don't worship idols.
But but that's the
Worship no other
thing.
gods before me.
But that's the thing, right? Wouldn't like Jesus be an idol?
Huh?
I said, wouldn't Jesus be an idol?
No, no, I'm saying if you like speaking to yourself, like say
Yeah,
you're God and you're the person. So if you say to yourself, in my perspective, don't worship an idol, is oh I see this thing is so cool, it's
yeah,
everything. Yo,
yeah,
yeah, it is everything, but still this other thing exists that
yeah,
created that in some way.
yeah. That create the yeah that which is wild, bro. Like life is just crazy, bro. Even though it's good, but it's crazy at the same time. You feel me? I think we all need to put our Superman capes on and go out there and start stopping stuff from happening.
Uh,
Those vigilantes be getting caught up a lot. They be
What's
out
up,
there.
ego? What's up with it, ego? What's up with it,
Eco a
Ozo?
vigilante. What's up?
Yeah, ego a vigilante.
He's like,
hey
that's
yo,
my fault. Let's go out there and change the world.
I,
Hey, Ozo.
I downloaded that the Sacred Mushroom and the Cross by John Amalagro.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they got it on Audible, so I'm gonna check that out. See what's that about because they talking about.
Yeah. When you get into that, do some deep research. Like find some footnote books. I heard because the language in there is really dense with knowing a whole bunch about Jewish history and stuff. But it's good. I gotta get to it.
It's crazy, Ozo, because even dang, you can mention that book to people. People don't be wanting to go against what they feel religion is. They don't want to. They don't want to touch anything that's close to saying something bad about what religion actually is.
It's not talking about bad about nothing. It's just talking about ancient, the ancient history of it, and it goes
Yeah,
deep. He dives deep.
yeah, and it came out. That boy
But
said
how?
Jesus is
What,
a
That's,
mushroom.
that's when it comes. That's when it comes
what
into
if I
crazy.
told
That's
you
when it
that
comes
before
into,
history, religion was history, and that's all it was?
this is when it comes down to the crazy
Yeah,
people, right? When it's like at the end of the day, right? You think that something that is the truth or something that goes against what you're talking about, even if it's truth, it equals bad because it goes against. It makes sense. It goes.
yeah, both of y'all. But I no, you right though. Too cryo because like from diving in, like I just see that the religious so-called history that it was us. It was us. Like
Yep.
that's the way that I don't look at it as being, this. Well, I do look at it as being a spiritual thing, but in a different way, not in the same way that I did in the past. Like it's already us. So it's like, there's not too much that you have to do. You can if you want to.
I think you can.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. You ever meet a spiritual master? And I didn't say religious leader. I said spiritual master. And when you see
Yeah,
them in person, hey, I wish I was one. You can see that gap between where you are and where they are. They're in the same spot as you, but they're in a whole different level, whole different dimension. And it's like, man, I just wish I could get half to where they go.
that's
Yeah,
even
but
I
more.
it's kind of wild. I think they a lot of times they be right where we put
Pop
them
in.
at. They gonna be
Yeah,
on. They only can be where we put them at.
I think a lot of people with
Yeah.
intellect like to display it back on other people. Just like how we've seen Europeans throughout time and certain people say, hey, I got this knowledge. You booze over there. Y'all don't know what y'all thinking. Y'all know this is the way, this is that. I think humans get caught up a lot in that. Even with anime or shows. Like you don't know all about this. You don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. And they can already do know. They just don't know the language that you sat in for 5 years and learned. They was off doing other things. So like the intellect I see is a part of the picture. It's created by the picture. It's what it witnessed, is what it been through and stuff like that. But still it grows when it gains other perspectives through experiencing other people, conversations or blasting your mind out into the galaxy again. Something like that.
Yeah, but hey, when you realize you don't know shit, it feels good. It's like it's, it's like
Yo, because when motherfuckers think they know something, they get stuck, they get frustrated.
yeah. Plus, it make it hard to listen when you already know everything. It make it real hard to listen because you already know. And I get stuck in that I think I know stage a lot, and I'll be like, bro, you don't know shit. Shut up.
Go with the flow.
That's
All
it.
right.
But Ozo, yeah, Ozo, you was talking about dang, remember we was how'd your experience for finish off the other day?
Man.
Yeah.
Ain't no finish nothing.
He
Hey
said
man,
ain't no finish nothing.
I don't know how the shrooms make you question things that are not never a question. Like I don't know, it was never formulated before. Like I even, it's maybe something a little kid might think because kids think or say stuff that a person might be like that sounds ridiculous. But how can you look at something and then take it back?
Yeah, yeah. That shit had me tripping when I was driving because I seen the truck. I seen the truck in front of me and I tried to take it back and it just stayed there. I said, "You son of a gun."
Reverse, make your eyeballs go in reverse.
And take the whole thing back. Take the whole site
Just take
thing
it
back.
back.
Nah,
Just
it's
take
not
it back.
happening.
It don't even make sense. But anyway, so you know that game, the Monkey King, right? I mean, yeah, Wukong.
Wukan,
Yeah,
yeah, the Monkey
yeah.
King.
So I got that game. So the game is crispy. Like the forest when you're walking around, it looks nice. It's crispy, right? So it's an open world game. But so when I took this rooms, yo, I didn't even. I'm over here dealing with people, so I didn't let. I was listening to music. I was chilling like nothing was wrong. I'm just chilling, no tripping, no nothing. I'm good. I'm in the zone. I took a high dose, but I'm just good.
Yeah,
And when everybody left, I wanted to test out this room to see if it was still kicking in my system because I see my eyes was like blurriness. I seen like everything was wiggling around, so I wanted to see if I closed my eyes if it was gonna be like something going on back there. So I sat down for 1 second and closed my eyes. And when I did that, it was like if I plugged into an AI, like if I plugged into like if I got downloaded or something. Like I don't know because it felt like immediately when I closed my eyes, I seen the light bright around me like a Goku. Like I lit up like
yeah,
Goku, and then from the floor, two dragons started chasing each other up in spirals into the sky, and it was looked like they was chasing each other. It looked kind of like squirrels chasing each other up a tree, but it was like two dragons chasing each other up two poles, and I didn't know if the poles. I don't know if the poles were even visible until the dragons were climbing it, and then it starts becoming visible as they were going up, and all around me, the reality was.
wow.
Lush environment, like all kind of like I don't know, like um where you would think fairies and stuff be at, like all
Yeah,
lush and stuff like that. It looked like that. But so I opened my eyes, got up out of there real quick, and I was like, all right, cool. Let me get this bud together. Let me stuff this pipe with weed. Let me throw these pillows right here. Let me get comfortable. Let me sit my eyes down. And when I closed my eyes, that was like wah 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 wah. There was nothing there. There was no there was no going back, man. You feel me? So I couldn't see what was appearing. Like I couldn't go back to it.
yeah,
And I was like upset. Like I wasn't upset, but I was kind of like, oh man, like I was like, dang, I should have just stayed there and let it unfold. Because if I would have, I could have just stayed there and just let it happen. Because this is the art of it is just being an observer. You get to see the most. You know what I'm saying? So I should have just observed and just chilled out. Like okay, boom. But I shouldn't have tested the shrooms either because I knew this was activated already because my eyes was already telling me that something was going on behind my eyelids. So I should have never sat down and tested it and closed my eyes to just to take a peek. I should
Yeah.
have sat down and closed my eyes to sat and stayed still. Like it was no taking no peeks. Like you know what I'm saying? Because if I take a peek and the ship is there and I don't jump on the ship is out of here.
It's
You know, like
selling
it's out of
without
here.
you. So when you
Yeah, it's
seen,
out of here.
like, how was the dragons going up the dang obulus or whatever that was? Because my thing went dead.
Bro, like I don't know how to explain because there was nothing there except that when they started spinning, chasing each other, it started creating like these poles. Like it looked like poles they were climbing up, like swirling.
Yeah.
And it kind of like yin yang, but nah, but they was going straight up, just like kind of chasing each other to swirl kind of
Was they
like
swirling around
a
like
TNA.
that thing that be on the ambulance?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Okay.
DNA. Yeah, like a DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a DNA tree climbing up.
Yeah.
So
What the heck, man?
yeah, so that's funny, right? Because as this was, it was lighting up. It was like everything was becoming. It was like neon too. Everything was neon on top of that, and they were the color, like on the pigeon's neck, the
Yeah.
purple and green and different colors, like on the pigeon's neck. They were made out of that colors, and they was as there was, as everything was coming to life, it was all neon and lighting up like Tron. Everything was like Tron lighting up and stuff, and I was like, oh snap! It was like um extra neon, like different colors, like forest and green, lush, and neon in between. Like it was like crazy, like that. So I thought I was gonna go back to that, and it was nope, none of that. So then all right, so I came into the Discord, I turned it on, and I was over here. Nobody was in the Discord, and I was just breathing, and I was just chilling, and I had my eyes closed, and as I was breathing, I could see like I don't know, like I was in floating in nothingness, like you feel me, like, and then I seen it all of a sudden started appearing like the game Wukong, like the whole forest with the trees, everything was luscious green, but this one was different. It was not the neon one. This one was hyper realistic, like a hyper real place that I went to that was green, and it was like the weirdest part about it was right where I was at. I couldn't see my body, but somehow like I felt like I was standing somewhere and right next to this little piece where I was standing, the little circle, kind of this is what I'm thinking of now. When in Terminator in the movie when he appeared in our time, it was like a bubble around him and that bubble made a hole in the sidewalk.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
When he
so
got.
wherever I appeared at, there was a chunk of sidewalk connected to some railing from like a stairwell, like something that was modern, like it was connected, like it was right there. It was a piece of it, but there was like moss connected to it, and it was like things, and I was like looking at that, and I was like, dang, like it didn't belong, but it was part of where I was standing. So I looked at it, and when I looked at it, I seen moss and stuff, and it looked so realistic, like this chunk. I'm in my room, and I just had my eyes closed, and it was like I'm breathing. I'm in the Discord. All of a sudden, I'm in somewhere hyper real. So I was more interested in the details. So instead of looking and instead of like just chilling out and letting it unfold, I'm looking at the side right here at this chunk of cement and this moss on it, and I'm like, look at the realist. I zoomed in on it to look at the realism of the moss and how real it looked, and I kept zooming in and zooming in. I started seeing molecules, and I kept going and going, and I couldn't unlook. I couldn't back my eyeballs. I couldn't reverse up out
Yeah.
of there, and it's like the mushrooms was challenging my eyeballs. Like I didn't know how to work them. Like it was showing me that I don't know how to work my own eyes. Like I didn't know how to unlook at something. I was looking too much, and I kept looking, and I couldn't unlook.
Yeah. You
I
couldn't
couldn't.
stop it.
Nah, I couldn't stop it. It just microscope. I just went into the info particles. I kept going down deeper down the rabbit hole. Instead of, I should have just stayed still, and because I was looking around and scanning the environment, and the environment was so hyper real that I was impressed that I wanted to look at the immediate thing right next to my foot to look at something up close that was right next to me. And when I did that, I just kept zooming. Like I
Like
was
that
like, damn.
astonishment.
Yeah, it was more like you should just be careful what you ask for.
Well, the like
That's what Terrence used to.
go ahead.
That's
Sorry.
what Terrence used to talk about, and I did mention it before, but Terrence used to talk about death by astonishment, being in the space and being amazed, which is like what we going to do at times. Be amazed by
Yeah.
things going around, but then being able to be in that mind state where we can hear what's going on and be in different body
But
shapes besides looking around at times.
and the deeper
Trying to
you was
put
zooming in, what was you seeing?
So that was the thing about it, right? So I'm always astonished, right? And I like the astonishment. I seek that. I seek to be like jaw dropped by amazement. Like
Yeah.
that's the most crucial thing that mushrooms can provide. Like something that's gonna make me drop my jaw. I come back into this reality. A shootout could happen in front of me, and it ain't gonna make me blink. I don't even
Yeah.
care. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so I'm over here, bro. Like
I was
when I
turned
looked
down.
at the when I looked at the moss, right? The moss, it became like looking at it like then it was so close to it that it's like looking at a piece of broccoli up against my eyeball, and then I kept going closer, looking at like molecules of the greenness, and then it kept going into further parts of it that is just like I kept diving past it too, like I just went in somewhere else, and I was gone. And then out of there, I just came out of that, opened my eyes, and I was like, yo, that was too much. I went too far. So it's like
You didn't go far enough.
I didn't know how to, yeah.
But
And
what
then
is
after
too
that,
far?
Hey, mute
What you
your
mean?
mic. Mute your mic, cryo.
What you mean too far? What did you feel to say it was too far?
you didn't hear what I said, fool. I was looking at everything
Man,
was normal, and
I
then all of a
did
sudden,
hear everything you said. I was
then
comprehending
it's
it and
like
throwing it back at you.
take
What
something and put it right against your eyeball and try to look at it from against your eyeball. Like, tell me that's not too close.
nah, I know exactly what you talking about,
No, I know
bro.
what you're saying. I'm just trying to
Fucking
see if we. No,
crazy.
I ain't trying to see nothing. That's cool.
Yeah, we always trying to see. That's a lie, Ty. We always trying to see.
I'm just trying to see if you've seen what I saw, or if you heard something that I heard, or seen something I've seen before. Because a lot of times I've seen things, and then it's other voices that will carry me on to when I'm in that space looking at stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Like when I said to somebody it was digitally created, they was kind of upset at me, but they didn't understand that once I realized seeing it like that, even though it wasn't digitally, that's just how I understood it was impressed on my mind. Then I was able to see another so-called layer, but I only call it a
Oh
layer to my
yeah.
human mind and how things are presented in the world. Because nothing is a surprise. Nothing is is not cannot be known, but also once it's known, it has to switch up in a way because that's the way our matrix is made. Like, don't go around gloating now. Look at you.
Man.
But
Hey,
Yeah, you
that's
know,
how when I seen that thing, like it was like when I was upstairs, I was looking at something in the room, and then next thing you know, I seen myself from a distance, bro, and all I was like my head was just the eyeball, and it was my body, and like I was kneeling down, looking at this thing, and everything around me turned into eyes, and they all was looking at that thing with me, and I'm going, what the heck, bro? Like,
yo,
but when
you,
that
I don't know why. If the
I had a
shrooms is
dream
taking me
like that. I
somewhere,
saw
right,
the
and they're
skin
doing a
cells
journey
all
and it's
around
doing
me and
something
they
to my
told
psyche,
me that
right?
I was
Why does it
on a
allow me to
microscopic
retain
plane or something.
the want to do so, like to like I don't know, my my free thought, like it's like I'm over here just still being myself, and everything is could be in chaos, but I still have that me that's like questioning stuff, that me that is like wanting to
All right, Con.
like don't understand stuff, or like that part of me that is like still like, you
that's
feel
what
me,
I'm
like
saying. It shows you. It can show you that. Like just like the deep
no, I'm not saying
mysteries
what
when
it
people
can't
talk
do. I'm
about
just telling
God
you.
and Jesus and stuff like that, saying messages. Like so called in theory, the mushroom can do
Nah,
the same.
listen, I'm
Hey,
just talking in
what's the
general.
name? What's up with it, Bliss? Oh,
Huh?
been a long
Like
time, Bliss. No, Khan was saying he had a dream like that. Ozo, he said I saw three skin C cells all around me, and they were golden, and I was going on a microscopic plane or something. Like that do be trippy when you see that zoom in. Cause remember I did it with my arm, and I looked at my arm. It seemed like it was a little bumps or something, like a wingworm, but it wasn't. But that's what it seemed like when I zoomed in. That shit zoomed me all the way in, bro. It was the universe. I'm looking at all the planets, and I fly past the planets all the way back through the clouds, back to myself. looking at my arm, and it just kept looping like that.
Like I want to say too, with the
Yeah, it's been a
looping and
minute,
things that we
Bliss.
experience and stuff. And y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, but it's the mind of God always at work. And I use the word God loosely because you know how in history, if history didn't just restart 5 minutes ago, how I've been using the word God myself. So if you could take that attention to me and not how other people so-called use it, but also how other people use it. But we're all in our thoughts. What are our thoughts? As you were saying earlier, how are our thoughts connected to reality? What is this game that we're playing on our so-called selves and stuff like that? So imagine people that feel lost in the world and things. They say, "Oh, it's nothing but here to reality," and that's what religion came around for, to say, "Oh, it's not just here. Don't worry about your struggles, people getting shot up in front of you, because it's God at work. It's God." And then we have psychedelic experiences where people experience the mindfulness, experience exploration of galaxies, things that the so-called gods were only able to do, that angels did, that spirits and stuff did. How about we're so integrally connected to it that that is us? But so when I say death by astonishment, I don't mean don't love art, but that there is more that people have been looking for as human beings, period, that is always there. But we call it thoughts. We call it I was just thinking. But then how it plays out on the storytelling, like somebody will say, "Oh, I heard a whisper or something. Is it real? Is it a ghost? Is it a shadow being or something like that?" And then like you can be told, oh, it's a lot. Because like you
Yeah, it
can
can
be
be
told
told.
different stories about people, or you can experience with religion, or you can hear your intuition and thoughts and stuff, and apply it to the situation as if it's real, but also learn knowing the psychology of it is real as well.
Yeah.
So like the
The stories
psychology
is
and the script.
God. It's just like God, because the story can be told in so many different ways. You feel me? God can be explained in so
Get
many
up out of
different
here,
ways.
man. I ain't seen God nowhere yet, B. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Man,
I
God,
know,
Yo,
man,
I
God
at the
know.
is.
end of the day, right? Listen, man. Listen, if you gotta
That's what
ask me
somebody told
something,
me
B,
earlier. They said, "You don't believe in God after everything you be saying to people." I said, "I don't. But I do in my own way because words are words and we fill
You,
words up with our own spirit on how we see and experience things.
yeah,
So I ain't
Ozo,
see God either.
you
Where
can't,
God at? I
you
lost my
cannot,
religion in the corner.
Ozo, you cannot cut God out of the script.
that's who? YouTube or you?
Yeah, no,
That's what we gotta
nobody.
do. We
I
gotta
don't
do
care
that.
how. Look, man, you seen some of the
I can turn it.
deepest delvers in psychedelics still couldn't cut God out of the script.
I don't know what you talking about. I ain't signed up for nothing. I don't know what you talking about.
That's why I said earlier the way that I talked about God. I never talked about God in ways of you signed up. It's a man in the cloud, so it does give real perspective, and we can't explain our
Hey,
art
listen,
to
everybody who
everybody.
believes in God
But
believes in the devil, and I don't believe in either
it's
one of them,
cool.
B.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't either, B. It's
Yeah,
all
that
right.
hey, that's me right there.
None of that shit real.
Yeah, people be thrown off when I say that. Like, how you gonna not believe in God and the devil? I said it cut out all the demons, because now it ain't no demons. It's you people doing shit. It ain't the demon. It's just you. It's just him or her. It's like cutting the boogeyman out of the life. You feel me? Like,
Well, listen, man. I don't know how this come got into church. All I was saying to you, fam, is that I got distracted and I didn't. It's not has nothing to do with astonishment. Astonishing to me was seeing something that looked hyper realistic. And what I did was I
That's
asked for
what I'm
too much
talking about.
by trying
That's
to.
exactly what I said.
wait, let him
Are
finish.
you
Let him
telling the
finish.
script story or me, B? Like I don't know where this is going. Like what are we doing?
Let him finish. Ty, what was it? Go ahead.
I don't understand. I mean, we're going in circles, B. Like what is this? What, I mean, it don't make sense. Make it make sense.
I did. I mentioned my perspective on God and how on mushrooms you can see a lot of things, but also you can hear a lot of things that the religious people and that people in general have been talking about forever. That's what I was mentioning.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all.
that's
Okay.
yeah. You can't. That's why John Allegro said Jesus was a mushroom.
People always get upset when I talk about God. I don't believe in God either, bro. Don't you watch my show? Well, I do, because
I
God is
believe in
everything that
God.
I was taught when I was younger. I
I
was taught
believe in
that there was
God.
much more to this world. I was taught that there's much more to my thoughts. I was taught that this world is a part of some kind of creation. Now, I can say, hey, was it created like how it was in Dragon Ball Z? Yes. Okay, was it created like
Human
how it was
thoughts
in the
is the
Bible? Yes.
biggest enemy.
Was it created like how it was in the animes and shows? All of it is true.
Hey
But it's
God,
all pointing to
hey
the same
God,
how we was talking about in the beginning of the
God is
podcast.
real. God is real. God is real, and He exists within everybody. It exists within everybody.
Just diddied everybody with God. So go ahead.
if I, but my interpretation of it is, everybody got their own God or their own example of what God is, that they created, and that, that's what God was to them. Because I always see people like, we don't pray about, the world getting better. We pray for shit we need or want.
That's what they be doing. Yeah.
So you got your own God that you go to and you talk to, which, we all know the God is you, because this is the archetype that you built within yourself.
And even without praying, I would say just thinking about stuff.
Yeah,
Just having and say, oh, I just got that idea out of nowhere. Or even just our conventional thinking, every idea that we have.
man,
That's
I'm
why some
telling
people in psychedelics don't talk. Like, oh, I'm trying
people.
to witness where this is coming from, the talking part.
Hey, like you'll be talking about, God, please help me get to work on time, and you beating passed up 1,000 homeless people. Not once did you throw a prayer out there for them.
Yeah, that's that Christian prayer.
Ain't throwing no prayers out for the. Hey, you heard that Lil Wayne and Corday?
No, the guy with the locks.
I don't know what he looked like. It's just something,
Is that younger artist?
Yeah, he a younger artist. Hey, that shit slapped though, cause I just like the part when Lil Wayne basically said, I don't want to,
Yeah.
let me know if I'm praying to a god or is it just Space Jam?
Oh, I know that line. Yeah, he knew what he was saying. He just makes stuff for people.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that line. It stuck out though. I remember.
He say something about real love and something real love and fake something. I forgot. I only heard it a couple of times.
Yeah. Because if
Lil
everything is
Wayne and
supposed to
Corday
make
lyrics.
sense, if everything's supposed to make sense, then it should make some kind of sense, regardless if we want it to make sense or not. Because that wanting not to make sense is probably just part of the storytelling in the Matrix. So you see yourself, oh, that part of me didn't want it to make sense. That's cool, because that exists too. Or not connect together. Like, nah, that don't make no sense. Like, is it always supposed to not make some kind of sense, even if it's paradoxical in every sort of way? Like, I used to read some meditations book way back in the day, like Hermeticism stuff. They talk about meditating and holding two contradictory thoughts in your mind at the same time for as long as possible until they reconcile themselves. And I was seeing how later in life that was a form of meditation for everything, even the mushroom journeys and stuff like that. Like, how can this be and this be at the same time? What is happening in my mind? How is this is? But the training that other people that I was going through, it was kind of preparing my mind to be able to handle concepts. Because I think it's a conceptual game a lot of times at work in the universe. Just like talking to kids. Like, I'm around a bunch of kids and babies lately. So I'm seeing how sometimes I'll be in this all spark way where I'm like, y'all just automatically know everything. Like, I just gotta say it in the right way, and you just it's gonna activate it because your spirit is part of all the consciousness, and it just need the right words to activate it and stuff. And then other times it's like, hold up, this person has a whole correlation of thoughts, how they looking at
Oh
reality,
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah,
else.
that's what he
Like
said.
how we build
No
up.
song is sinister. Yeah, Yeah, he said the name. Yeah, Sinister. That shit is dope though. That was like one of the hardest songs I heard this year. I can't deny. He said I need to know, is there a heaven or is it just Space Jam?
Does that make sense what I was saying?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Say
Oh,
yeah to
to you?
everything, man.
To you?
You say I say yeah to everything,
Yeah, you say yeah. You is just a yes man up in this joint.
huh? Yeah, you
Don't play
right.
him like that. What you
I
talking
say
about?
I say yeah
It
to
could be it could be
everything.
left field. It could be left field. It could be cryo saying something left field. It could be any. He be like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
What
what a
you,
good host supposed to do. I'm
what
supposed to
what
say
Exactly.
something.
So,
what
so,
else?
so why even ask? Yeah, you're gonna
Why
get the yeah.
why what else would I want to say? Oh dang,
No,
let me
no doubt. But you know, I already know there's a hell of people that come in here make 0 cents, and Booker be like, yeah, yeah. So it
Oh
don't matter.
man, get out of here, Ozo. All right.
You gonna act like people don't come in here and make 0 cents?
No, some people do, but that's
I hear you.
I always try to look at it through other people's eyes. You feel me? I ain't trying to correct you on how you look at things. I ain't no fucking teacher. I ain't in here holding hands. If you look at it the way you look at it, hey, I'm good. I'm cool with it. You feel me? Sometimes I'm understanding. Other times I might not. But it's just like,
It
yeah,
just was
okay,
funny.
yeah, I feel you.
It just was funny because you were saying I wasn't making sense, and then you were telling this story about truth. Oh, you're a funny character. I love
I
podcasts.
need more
Just
real
letting
love.
the truth come out as it is. Because people on
Said
the
I
show,
need
man,
more real love and less fake laughs.
yeah. It's
I was
all real.
I was doing 10
All real.
things at once, but it is what it is. I don't give two
I just built
fucks.
this AI simulator. It simulates the way that we're thinking. As much as I built it so far, I'm gonna release it soon. Because the open AI, like how I'm talking about concepts and stuff, and how people finally decide to say something out their mouth. It's something. It has. So say a lot of models are having trouble. And it's a real world experience. Counting how many R's are in the word strawberry. So and for some reason, it would say two. It'll come up all these other ways instead of saying three. But the new model, the OI model by OpenAI, it goes through a thought process that they haven't really revealed to the public, where it would think about what it's saying for about a minute instead of just
Yeah.
putting a response based off of what it thinks
Yeah, I
it
was
knows.
watching that. I was watching that AI video that you had made about open AI, but it wasn't even that long. I don't know what happened.
I know. I had
I don't know what
Premiere
happened, but
Pro.
I'm about to, what's the name, man? Matter of fact, Ozo, I'm about to call Just the Messenger and let Just the Messenger talk for about 3 hours while I just go, yeah, yeah.
He did it already. Ha ha ha.
I
You
was
already
just-
did that.
But no, for real, it brings it up. The program I created, I put a lot of work. It goes through divergent thinking, convergent thinking, analyst, creative
I got
thinking, protagonist, and then the skeptic at the end.
Yeah, I
So
was
we see
about
y'all
to
using
mess with that. I was about to mess with it. That new open AI, but I wasn't. I didn't even. It was something else I had started doing. But then
We
open
got,
AI, that ain't chat by GPT, is it?
yeah, it is. I was talking about that one, but this is the one that I personally created.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
how that one was, and then based off the mushrooms, since this is a psychedelic channel, the experiences I had on witnessing different personalities on my mind and how they start having things add up, like the analyst, the logical thinking, the creative thinker, the skeptic, the divergent thinker. I coded up something so if you ask a question, it brings it through those chains and passes on the information from when it was in that one perspective on to the next one until it comes to a final output perspective and combines all of those together to then tell you something. So
well, this.
imagine it's in a robot or something, and you're trying to
Yeah.
ask the question how to do things.
I,
So it's able to think more on about
but
different
why did it
ideas
go back to?
before it
Well,
says what it says.
when I just hit it right here, say introducing Open AI O1, or I don't know which O that is, but I'm saying that okay. Like try it in the app. Why is it still going back to the old one? Do it still look like the old one or some shit?
Yeah, you have to pay for it to use the OI model, or else they're gonna make you use the 4OH model. That's why I was making this one so people can, yeah,
They
have
hidden.
a more
I'm like,
accessibility
what
to
they
things
hidden
in the
for?
future,
Is
because
it
the price of
worth
things
it?
is gonna go up.
Is it worth
OpenAI is
it?
thinking
Is,
about charging $1,000 a month in the future for some of
oh
their services,
hell
up to
no.
2,000, 5,000, because of what they're going to be able to do for people is going to blow their minds. They say that this is the stupidest models that they have out so far, and we'll never have to deal with anything like this again
Oh,
in
they
a
get the
couple of years.
image generator to create the custom GPTs, early
Okay.
access to new features. That okay, but that's $20 a month for the AI
Starting
plus.
now. Mhm.
But I don't use AI that much. But I would want it to help me make a couple of things that I'm trying to make though.
Yeah, it definitely isn't handy. I use it all day, and it helps the productivity. It's like using your mind. You're using different tools at work, just like fire. Mm.
The mushroom identifier.
Because even working with the AI, I wrote a whole book. It's on Amazon, about 50 pages, about how AI is going to be used in different marketing systems and in society and with children and things like that. But yeah, it's really going to become a process that's going to help people. Because people don't have access to information, and people leverage information over people's heads like it's a title. You don't know nothing about this. You never heard of
Oh,
nothing like
scrape
that.
images from
I just ask my
using.
model real fast, and then still formulate my own opinion if I can be smart enough, wise
I
enough.
know AI help you develop an app. That shit is kind of dope though
Yeah,
to think
I
about,
made a
cause you
whole
could.
website I'm working on for kids. It's called Just Talk Kids Academy. I already got the like a good 30 HTML pages hooked up, and the AI been helping me tremendously because it's helping me get ideas out and that I already have. But I would say, oh, I gotta go to school for all these years, or I gotta meet this person, or I gotta sacrifice so many hours when the position that I was born in this lifetime, I wasn't given too much money, so and out in time to do stuff. So I could easily get caught up in the workspace and different avenues because of not having access. But with the I now have access to information and capabilities that now are still specified kind of to me, because it's me that's putting the input in there to output things. It's not doing anything on its own.
Yeah, I wonder
But
if
in
that's
time,
what I wonder if they using AI to make these magic mushroom trippy animations.
I know I
So
have.
some shit blinds her through
When
the cosmos.
Shivanga made the painting of the mandala, I uploaded it to a website called LumaLab, and you type in the prompt of what it is and what you want it to, what you're expecting it to do, your intentions, so to speak. It's a magic spell. Your intentions, and you type it in, enter, and watch the magic happen.
That's the I'm up there trying to see if I can see a new mushroom experience. Delusion of the soul. Sometimes you be having some people dropping some cold mushroom experience videos. You gotta go all the way to the bottom though.
It be their first time. Makes for good.
Yeah,
I
first time
sound
hitting
real
that high
cynical, but
dose,
it makes for
five
good
grams or
entertainment.
something.
How do you make a
The
playlist?
darkest,
Honestly.
the darkest acid simulation. Let me see. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that Brian doing shrooms. You ain't tripping no
Yeah,
time soon, Ozo.
and
You done?
Nah, definitely.
Yeah,
like
it's just
even now, true. if you want a little mushroom experience. I took a microdose for the first time 2 days ago, for a while, like a good week and a half break.
Yeah.
But I just had another one today. And how you say you can see things in real time. I can see how I'm pronouncing my words in certain ways, how I'm juggling around talking to y'all, and even how a former self or a former personality, or not even form, but an aspect of personality will want to say certain things and produce certain things. But in the microdose world, how it's so good for therapy is that it's for you. It's not somebody telling you a system, but if you really hone in to not just what you see and be astonished by, for me, but what I can listen to, then I'm able to not get caught up in certain scenarios that a person that is like me in so many ways will keep on going with. So say I want to learn something, I want to create something that I don't understand totally. It's certain things that will come in the way to say, oh, you not, this is confusing, or oh, you might as well just do this. Like the brain would, if you're not trying to be a champion, would not try to do things that's hard. It would say, this is too hard. This is too much to think about. This is that. Let's just go do this and that. But when like pushing yourself with the microdose, it allows for those thoughts to not even kind of exist. Like how y'all would say, I'm in observer mode. So I can just see everything. I'm not really attaching in this. In the
Yeah,
microdose,
I
you
kind
see
of.
how it's still all connected.
Yeah,
So you
it's
still
wild
walking.
because I don't even like do that no more. I like, man, I when I lay back, like when I dive in, bro, I lay back. I'm not doing nothing. I'm
I
not doing
understand that. I
nothing.
just
But
haven't heard too many people talk about what I've been mentioning. But I
yeah,
understand. You can go.
aliens
I
account.
haven't. I kind of don't hear people talk about it at all, unless it's in an article or something, and then you don't hear it from the person. They're just it's a person talking about that person. But it's certain things that happen in the world as you see that's
It's
not
hard sometimes for
readily.
people to talk to reports because there's like always somebody always interrupting. You feel me? That's the problem.
I don't think that was the
Quite
problem.
hard to find trip reports. Like people, like if a person goes see something bonkers that drives them crazy, and then they try to explain it to someone, it's almost impossible because of so many times that someone will tell them something, throw them off of what they're trying to explain. And so it's hard for people to explain. They don't know who to talk to. So it's hard for us to hear trip reports from people because of that. They get it from their own immediate environment and from people online. People have come here and crashed out in the Discord and not come
He
back.
said crashed out.
I've been using that word more often now too.
Yeah, people come. A lot of people come, but yeah, it'd be a lot of people in here. So it'd be you like that's why when the trip report usually getting said, it's like shit. Everybody just kind of mute up, and let the person have the floor and explain their experience.
I think it's like that on multiple levels as well, even to the average Joe, because like Ozo was saying, people have a hard time fighting through thoughts that they have in order to get an experience out in general. Like even somebody that's been hurt by somebody or stuff like that, or even in joy, they won't be able to talk about the joy if they feel in pain in the moment. So I think like allowing the mind to speak to itself, but at certain levels, promoting the person to dive deeper into their thoughts. Like when you are, I created this app for kids where you learn addition and subtraction, and it gives positive phrases and stuff. But if you got it right, or not even a negative phrase, but like, man, try that again. Like I'm putting some real phrases in there. You got this. Come on. But those thoughts on a level, so to speak, is still the mind talking to itself to remember that to remember to remember. So when the person in the so-called mushroom journey, the synapses are firing. The everything is so-called going on lit in the brain because in this physical so-called world, the mushroom and the psilocybin and all the other chemicals we still discover is interacting with our brain and neurons and stuff. So all of those thoughts, since they're thoughts and God and everything, spiritual is connected to literal reality, so to speak, just how, is allow somebody to now think more, to have all of those thoughts that they would need a bunch of, and then it still changes because people have so many things going on with them. But in my experience, it allowed me to activate.
My headphones just turned off.
Or if I choose to say that's not what's happening and stuff, then in this magical world, if you could say make it up, somebody will come along and promote something or say something similar to the thought process that I was going through, the world that I was observing that was connected to how I felt and different things at the time, or even extrapolating to the future technology and stuff like that. It was to be somebody to come along or something to come along to
And kind
confirm
of
it. And
tie it
this
all
is my
together.
DMT experience too.
Kind of tie it all together.
Yeah. The DMT
Dang, 7
experience
years
really,
ago.
you could say spooked, but I witnessed the spook and just try to witness my training because I was seeing all the colors, everything, and it was cool. It was fantastic. But the thing it wanted me to see was the sync that I've been blabbing about before I went on that journey with y'all. I was blabbing out making the mixtape about, screaming it on all your podcasts. The sync is real. The sync is real. It's all you're gonna see. The sync is real with everything you ever been talking about in a way you probably won't explain, but it's always being explained for you because everybody is all in this, and you can even act like it, and that's part of it.
However you do it. I'm
And
going.
it's not something
I'm
that can
saying
be
it's
readily
so.
explained because of how the world is.
It's so many
Hey,
mushroom. This
I
mushroom
love it.
experience. This shit is 7 years ago. I'm gonna
I've
start
never
getting back
looked
into
up.
looking at these mushroom
I gotta go
experiences.
look.
Start doing little reaction videos to them because some of them be real deep. I know a lot of
Yeah,
people be seeing the same thing.
it's little chapters. It's what you feel is why people get into Gnosticism and a bunch of other things. This not all the books in the Bible. There must be more. And there was. There was thousands of people having experiences, loving life, taking random plants, telling people, this is what I saw. Do you believe it? It's always been happening. We just been told the polished ones or, I don't know, ones that won fights and stuff.
Man, this one not dang. Hey, they got a lot of mine on here too. When you put in mushroom experiences, I got a hell of videos in there. But golly, this shit seems like it go on and on and on and on and on. What's name made a lot of mushroom trip videos? Vivek, think that's how
Ooh.
you said Vivek.
I gotta check them out.
5
You
grams.
gotta just ban them, B. You gotta put more. But it's just hard to find trip reports, you know what I mean? Or people, you know what I mean, to come in and do trip reports. I try to find people all the time to give them shrooms to give them trip reports, but it's crazy too because every time my boy, the peoples come through and they want to make me to make the mushroom drink. I be boosting it. Like I made it 30 grams. I made a bunch of different times with doses that was high doses, but they would have never did that in real life if I would have showed them how much and weighed it out and showed them this is what we're gonna do and give them the blueprint. They're like, oh hell no, they would have put. But every time I gave it to them, they had a great time. Everybody enjoyed it. They want to do it again. They want to come back every time. Like, yo, they make that drink again. Make that drink again. And they don't even know that I'm busting down every time 20, 30 grams of shrooms.
Yeah,
You feel me?
like 20, 30 to
Yeah,
make
every time.
wait. But how many
To make
cups?
3 shot glasses for me and
Oh
2 other
no.
people. You know what I'm saying?
That's that perception.
Yeah,
So
golly.
they just come through and they have a great time, dog. So I basically say, okay, this is probably like 10 grams a piece, probably. All right, fine, let's go. We good. I already know people are safe at 10, so pow 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 pow. Everybody gets that. So how many people are here? I just add 10 grams per person.
Man. Oh,
And everybody be great.
so that's like so yeah, so each person getting 3 grams. Do you know
3.
yeah, like if wait, no,
10.
it would be more. If it's 3 shots, yeah,
10.
each person gonna get 10.
Yeah.
That's the shit. I didn't know you could put 10 grams in a shot.
Yeah, all day. I've done it. People be loving it, yo. And the crazy part about it, smooth, like a smooth, like you could be walking around doing stuff. We listen to the music, we doing regular, and then if you sit down, you're going into shaman mode if you close your eyes. Amazing.
I know I'm gonna be smacking these ones that got like 100 and something views.
Yeah. Um,
Oh damn. Uh, this is one dang. This NLE Chopper mushroom experience. What the hell? Like you start finding out all these different people then dove in on psychedelics. People like that's evil.
I'm about to buy a four wheeler right now. I'm gonna see what's up if they deliver it, but I don't know, man. Buy a four wheeler, one of the illest four wheelers. Somebody's a early. Somebody want to sell that shit for 750, right? $750 for for um for a two-stroke blaster. It's a four wheeler. It's only 250. It's a 250 cc two-stroke, but it's a blaster four wheeler. Them shits is fun as hell, man, because they're little kickstart two-stroke joints, man. Them shits be zooming. You know what I'm saying? They don't be
Uh,
real extra fast, but you know what I mean. It's like a baby Banshee. You know what I'm saying? Same company, Blaster. You know what I'm saying?
I remember Banshees.
Yamaha Banshee, same company, Yamaha Blaster. You know what I'm saying? And the Blaster is just a tiny baby bike compared to the Blaster is only 250, 200 cc, 210 cc, something like that. And then the Banshee is 350 cc. So the Banshee is way faster.
the Banshee.
Yeah,
Look,
the
mushroom
Banshee,
super far.
one of the best, most fun. It's not one of the best, it's because you know they usually when you find a banshee that's just clapped because people done burnt them down and then you got to if you rebuild it, it's gonna be official. Like you rebuild it from scratch, you good. But it's just a fast bike, yo. It's 350 cc's of two stroke, super fast four wheeler, yo. That is one of the legendary four wheelers that people are afraid of because you can wheelie it in every gear. You know what I'm saying? Every gear
Yeah.
you can wheelie that.
You ride on the streets or you go to a park?
You can't ride in the streets because it's a ATV, you know what I'm saying? But you have to
Oh, in
go
Philly,
find.
they don't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't care anywhere, nowhere. You know what I mean? My son came from where I live at now, went all the way to Philly just to go on a bike ride and do that shit. Go Willie and up there Willie and then doing all that shit at the Philly at the meetup over there in Philly.
Uh-huh. But in Connecticut, up there where you at, they'll crack down on you real fast.
Yeah, hell yeah, they immediately, but they still do it. But I don't be riding my bikes in the street though. I go to the woods. I go to my boy's job site. He does solar panels, and he got like 6 mile field solar field.
Oh, that's
So he's working there for a year. He's gonna be the boss at that job site for a year. So there's a shipping container at that site that he opened it up, and we got a lock on it, and we got TRX forward in there. My boy's son's little 85 in there. We got forward a TRX 440 in there, and we're about to get more. We just finished um my boy's brother-in-law. He took one of my bikes, the YFZ four wheeler, and just retouched that shit. Yo, went through the whole engine, fixed some shit in there, and fucking no, that's just one kick. Bang! So we got that four wheeler ready to go ride and shit like that. So we got a bunch of bikes, and I got a 252 stroke in my garage right now, my sister's garage, and I got a 450 Sweet TRX. That's at my people's crib. I got the Frenchies. I got my breeder. My somebody I do business with. They got one of my four wheelers at their crib. So I got four wheelers everywhere, bro. I just got to get these shits popping. I'm trying to get one today, another one, so that I can sell it real quick. So if I buy it for 400, I mean for 800 right now, I could sell it real quick for 2,000. Like, let me get that. You know what I
Easy.
mean?
Easy.
Quick flip. Yeah.
I'm gonna sell it after I ride it up the street a few times
Hmm.
for about a week or so.
Yeah, man. Quick flip too, man. Like, why not take 800 and turn it into 2,000? Like, you know what I'm saying? Fast.
First DMT experience trip report. He said, "I'm scared of two strokes."
Get the two strokes.
That's what Green Bud said.
Yeah, two strokes are not nice, man. They got the most pep, the most kick, the most You know what I mean? You got to be a real bike rider to mess with two strokes.
Well,
Don't be over here.
I'm scrolling through DMT videos, trying to
Mm-hmm.
see my first DMT trip. Love while exploring in life, exploring the lower world. I have been for a while
Let's
for a
go.
chance to what? What the heck? Yeah, this can't be good. A minute and 36 seconds. You gonna explain it that fast? Nah, I don't think so.
Probably a bunch of
Man,
what? Huh? I don't know. What?
oh see,
It was cool.
man, you start seeing you go through all the steps of the psychedelic experience, like this video that what's the name got right here, DMT versus near death experience. Are they actually similar? It's like they close as hell if you ask me. What dying feels like.
What would be a real controversial study?
What you mean? DMT and near death experiences. That'll be they'll be bumping heads on that shit. But I don't see how, because it was a guy that dropped the video that did I think it was DMT or mushrooms, and it brought back his near death experience of when way back when it brought it back. It brought that thing back, but man, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I gotta go. I got some stuff I need to do. I need to get it out the way. I'm like going, dang, we've been on 2 hours. I'm surprised it don't even seem that long. I'm surprised Blake ain't even came in here. I got how much they hit for that Wukong though?
Oh, like $60 or something?
Nope. I ain't doing it.
Maybe 59. I don't know, something like
Nope,
that. Maybe less. I don't know.
nope. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna wait till it go to
I
30.
don't know. You just gotta check. You just gotta go to the PlayStation store and check it out. You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it gets to damn near zero, to where it's damn near free.
So it's damn near free.
Man.
You could get it. You could get it though, like on PS Plus. You know what I'm saying? Come on, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to see
Hold
right
on. Let me take
now.
a picture of the car. Let me holler back at you, book.
All right, I'm about to bounce out anyway.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace out. Oh yeah, it's only 59. That ain't a lot, but I was looking at it. I knew it was gonna be dope, but I'm gonna holla at you, Just Ty. I'm about to piece it out, man.
Thanks for having me on today.
Huh?
I said thanks for having me on.
Oh, no doubt. Anytime, man.
And
We'll
I'm gonna
probably
have
be
you
back.
on the Top podcast.
Oh yeah, whenever, just let me
You
know.
want to come on?
I might be back later. I don't know. It depends on if I get done what I got to do. But all right, bro.
All right. Okay.
And then all right, everybody out there, yeah, green buds, yeah, no doubt, man. Sometimes I guess I didn't have really nothing to do in that little time I did, but I just didn't feel like doing it right up because I'd make too many runs, but this has come to an end. And I'll see y'all later. Hopefully I come back later though, because tomorrow's Sunday, so You know, I'm gonna have to try not to eat the rest of the day so I can try to. I'm trying to dive in tonight, so we'll see how that goes, and I'll holler back, man.